Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. So, Mods, if you can pause TTS for me as well, that would be fantastic. Look at us, matchy matchy. Look at us. Where'd you get your jumper from?
Oh, Joji.
I know thing.
Yeah, I didn't know you owned this. I clicked into your stream this morning and I went, gotta go grab this out of the closet.
Yeah.
Gotta go take a little trip.
Yeah,
Yep.
So when I was looking at like some clips and everything, I noticed in one of your clips you were wearing it, and I was like, oh, I had to like chuck it on because I was like, there's no fucking way.
No way. You chucked it on because you knew I had it?
Yeah, because I saw it
Wait, that's it.
Yeah, I saw it like I don't know how long ago it was, like maybe 2 months, like 2 years ago that you had it on, like in a clip.
I like never wear it anymore because I feel like it's a little tight.
Yeah,
chuck it in the dryer too many times and it tightens up a little bit in the neck. I kind of feel like I'm getting choked out.
Yeah,
but like it's all right now.
All right. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 5 of the Streamer Interviews. I am the streamer who is interviewing, and today we have the lovely Mrs. BrittBalls. So hello.
Hello.
Hello. It is very early for her right now. 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Okay. Are you a morning person, or are you like?
Lately, yeah. I used to not be, and then I got a job.
Yeah.
And now I just naturally wake up in the morning again.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. So no more degen. No degen times.
No more degen time for me. No. No, I'm reformed.
Yeah. Times are changing. Hey.
I know. They grow up so fast.
Yeah. Well, my first question, I guess, is to keep it formal. Is who are you?
My name is Brittany Ballsack. That is my legal first and last name. I have been streaming on Twitch for 4 years and a couple months. I think I started in March of 2020, like right when COVID started.
Yeah.
And I know I met you very shortly after that. You're one of like the longest people that I've known here on Twitch that still streams. Most of the people that we knew from back in day don't stream anymore. 4 years is a long time. So yeah, I've been streaming for 4 years. I used to be really big on speedrunning Celeste and Portal, but nowadays I really just spend a lot of time sitting and just chatting and playing a fuckload of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, really?
Dude, I've been crossing my animals like it ain't nobody's business.
So what do? You collect them or like what?
No, dude, I've just been like decorating my island for months. I'm not done.
Okay. I got no clue about like Animal Crossing stuff, so it's like I'm very new to the scene.
Same. Animal Crossing New Horizons is the first Animal Crossing game I've ever played. And there's one item I feel like is very telling. When I first started playing, I put a campfire down right outside my house because I thought I would need it for cooking.
Right.
Because I was so used to playing like survival games. But no, it's just like you just decorate.
Right.
You don't die. You don't need to eat. You just decorate.
Yeah.
So I've always kept that little campfire there as yeah.
Just like a little
campfire
kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. I've always seen people play it for it and different communities and everything, but it's like for you, it's more so about the community base rather than like what you're achieving in the game, so to speak. Would you say it's like more just that comfy feeling and just doing what you're doing in the days, and everyone's involved too?
Absolutely. And I've always been one to just sort of do whatever I'm feeling. You can't push me to do something I'm not feeling. If I don't feel like speedrunning or something, I'm just going to change the plans right then and there because I would rather not be miserable. And I think the chat would also rather not be miserable.
Yeah. There for the good times.
So we keep it cozy.
Yeah, that's good. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
You said that your name is what? Brittany Ballsack?
That is correct,
so
yes.
That's how you come up with the name BrittBalls then?
Yes. Well, okay, actually, funny enough. So BrittBalls was a nickname that I got in high school from one of my friends. And I know we've talked about this before, but my username on Twitch was almost ASAP BrittBalls because I used to love like the ASAP Mob. I used to love ASAP Rocky and Ferg. I mean, still do. R.I.P. Yams.
Yeah, R.I.P.
But yeah, I decided to drop the ASAP, and I don't really know why, but you know I wouldn't have been alone, and that's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's crazy
Yeah.
because you and I talked about it for when we played Fall Guys, but mine was literally just going through my Spotify, iTunes playlist or whatever it was at the time, and then I was like, I need a new name. So mine just came from there, but like having someone and not really seeing many people on Twitch having ASAP like on there, I felt it was so unique because I was like, there's a few like, you know, people might have OCE or TTV or whatever it is, but like you just never saw an affiliation of it. And then when people recognize and see it, it's like, fuck, this guy loves rap. He loves hip hop, like kind of thing.
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
hell yeah.
Did you ever have the same thing whenever you did have like the same thing? You're like, oh yeah, this chick's cool because like recognize rap.
Yeah, dude, there was one time in a Valorant game, somebody had like a Lil Wayne reference in the username, and so I piped up and I was like, hey, do you like Lil Wayne? And then like him and another guy that was on the team, they started laughing their asses off, and they like pulled me aside in game. We were just like standing in spawn, and they were like, how do you know that? How do you know that?
Yeah, it's not just like
really
4 letters slapped together, just like, hang on. How do you know that, like, you know, these guys are killers in the street and you listen to music and their albums, name every single album now, kind of thing, right?
It was wholesome, though. It was very nice.
That's nice.
I answered all their questions. I felt pretty cool. You know?
So now that you say you're going into like this cozy kind of content with like Animal Crossing, is that just mainly now? Because I think in a lot of BrittBalls eras, like I would put speedrunning / like I guess PBs in these kind of games for it. Would you say like now this is just cozy Brit time now, especially now trying to juggle like a job and doing this like I guess like part-time and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, so I started gravitating towards Animal Crossing really hard when I was working at my previous job. I worked at the Holiday Inn for a little bit, a fucking hotel. I was a housekeeper.
Yeah.
And that shit was so dreadful on my mental health. It was terrible. And so I was like, I need to listen to something during the day that counters this terrible feeling that I get when I'm making fucking 30 beds a day.
Yeah.
when I open the shower and I see shit in the drain, like I need something to help me.
Yeah.
So I started listening to like just videos of people playing Animal Crossing, just over and over and over again. And I had played it before. I just like really got out of it. So I hadn't played it in probably like 2 years, and I listened to it enough for me to be like, you know what? I'm gonna play it when I get home. I'm gonna do that. And so I think I've been playing now for the last like, oh my god, it's been a while. Wait, that was oh shit.
Didn't it come out like 2020 or 2021?
Yeah, it came out like during COVID, like the heat of the pandemic. Yeah. I bought my Switch in like 2021 in like May, and then didn't touch it until about 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more so just like a really big comfort for me to be playing Animal Crossing lately. I'll still like dabble in a couple other games. And I tried speedrunning Portal the other day, but my game kept crashing after I picked up the orange gun. So I was like, fuck. All right, well, maybe we hang it up. I feel like most of the time I hang up speedrunning, it's because of technical issues.
But, yep.
Oh, yeah. What can you do?
Oh.
Crawling in my lap.
Yeah, I still think it was like, oh.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Epson.
How'd you come with the name Epson?
One of my chatters. I was gonna name her Splotch because she's got this little like mole on her face.
Oh, okay.
But one of my chatters was like, "Why don't you name her Epson Workforce Pro WF7840 wireless wide format all-in-one printer?"
Is it a fucking printer?
And, yeah. I was like, dude, you're so right.
It's a stupid name. I love that. It's like when
It's so
people
dumb.
have human names for like, you know, this is Steve the cat. He's just chilling.
Dude, because so I work at a dog daycare right now. Fucking best job ever. But every dog daycare I've ever worked at, if we ever have like pugs, they always have like human adult man names. Like Doug or Bob or Walter. Like just really I'm an electrician sort of name, you know?
Yeah. Craig the pug.
Yeah, dude,
7
it's
years
fucking
old now.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Okay. So speaking with like having pets in the family or just anything like that, did you grow up with pets or anything like that, or was it you weren't allowed?
Dude, I fucking wish. Like we had a couple like little funny pets, but my parents never let me have a dog, and everyone in my family is allergic to cats, including me.
All right.
So we never got one. Yeah, I'm super allergic to this fucking thing.
Oh man.
I have to take allergy pills basically every day.
Yeah, it's like you suffer for the rest of like the life
But
for it.
I
and then,
love her.
Yeah. It's it's like the risk you're willing to take for it. You're like, look.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
we had
him.
some we had some hamsters, and you know, hamsters, if you put them in the same cage, they'll like fucking kill each other.
Oh, yeah.
Which is exactly what happened. I experienced a gruesome death at a very young age. We came home from a family vacation. We were gone for like a day or two. And one of the hamsters was like actually split open like a baked potato, and the other one escaped. And we were like, okay.
Okay. Too much trauma.
No more
in it.
hamsters.
Yeah.
No more hamsters after this one.
Man.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, we had some fish. I had a frog actually
Frog.
that I caught him as a tadpole on a camping
Yeah.
trip with my dad, and I put him in like a plastic water bottle and brought it home. And I had that tadpole. I raised him. I watched his legs grow, and he lived to be a 3-year-old frog.
Sick.
He was just like this little tiny guy. Oh, it was so cool.
What's his
he
name?
was sick. I named him after Gaara from Naruto.
Oh, Gaara. Okay.
I loved Naruto when I was a kid.
Was that your first pet?
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Oh, really? So Gaara, the first pet in the BrittBalls era or the lifetime.
Yeah, there was I think I had another one. I think I had another frog. I think I caught 2 that day, but I think it escaped, oddly enough. Lots of escapees in this house. Yeah. Wonder how he's doing.
About like 20 years later now, I'm sure he's doing fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's still
chilling.
swimming along somewhere.
Yeah.
Now I know that you've moved very recently.
Mm-hmm.
How is everything now? Now with Clicky, right?
Yes. Dude, it's so nice. Okay? Living by yourself is like all cool and fun. You know, you feel so solely responsible, you know. You're like, yeah, this is my place. But the worst part about having your place is you gotta fucking clean the whole thing.
Yeah.
And if you want to eat, you have to go to the store and
Yep.
restock the fridge and the cabinets.
Yeah.
Which is the bane of my existence. I will clean, but only when I have to. You know, when I'm out of dishes is when I will clean, generally.
You've reached the limit of everything. They've all stacked up in the room or in the kitchen or whatever. It's like, now it's time, I guess.
Yep, I've gotten my fill of living alone, and now I get to live with just the most incredibly kind man. He makes me little sandwiches for my lunch and writes me little notes that go on the inside. And like sometimes I come home from work and the apartment's all like nice and vacuumed. And I'm like,
that's cute as. So such a like such a massive like change from, you know, you're like, oh, I've got all these bills that I gotta do. I gotta clean everything.
Yeah,
I have
dude.
to keep on top of Epson, you know, like it's the
Yeah,
whole
dude.
thing. But then when you get to that stage with someone else, it's like whole new ball game, right?
Dude, the bills got tough. There was like a long stint in there where my bills were costing more than I was making every month, month after month after month after month.
Yeah.
I felt like I was constantly in debt. And being able to just like be with him, and he can take care of things that are like so time consuming and take away from like my job or me streaming or just like me relaxing and recovering in order for me to stream or work. It's just so nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice. He's such a good support system as well. Just like, oh man, it's so nice. Yeah, the move went perfect. We love this place. We're in Chicago now instead of buttfuck Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Fuck Wisconsin.
How long were you out there for?
Yeah. I was out there for like 5 years.
Yeah, really?
I lived 4 hours away from all of my family.
Man.
For nothing. Like, I just got miserable. It was such a nice apartment, but I was a fucking miserable.
Yeah. It's like you have all your independence and everything. You're like, yeah, I'm doing this myself, and I can prove it to like myself and everybody else, and then be my own person for it. Then it's just like, shit. It gets to the point where like, if I'm going paycheck to paycheck or even struggling for it, like I've been there as well.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't think I'm cut out for like the hermit life. I can't just be alone. I'm very social. I have to be around people. You know, I got to do it. Yeah.
Do you think, like, obviously being in a relationship has changed you in that way for being like back then, if you were like by yourself, then now having him come along, it's like, well, now it's like he's my person. I got to be like with my person kind of thing. So it's sort of changed the landscape.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think when like, because now I know in my own situation, like there's days where I'm like, like it's just weird being away from my person. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
no,
like,
I know. I always feel bad when I go to work.
Yeah. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Just want to get home and have a cuddle and just debrief.
I stick my hand out of the sunroof of my car and I wave to him as I'm driving away. It's so cringe. We're so cringe. He opens the screen of our window and waves out the window. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, that's cute.
So fun. It's so fun.
So every Friday, every Friday to the Sunday, like I'll go over to Jazzy's house, and whenever she's like about to come over, I open the door. And I open it so it's like that much that you can see. So I'm just peeking through, and she's just like, let me in. So it's like just small stuff like that is the exact same. It's every time.
That's cute. Yeah, every time I go to put the key in the door, I hear the click of him unlocking the door, and I'm like, oh, it takes the wind out of my lungs, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
It's like a cat or a dog when you know someone's home, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only my cat had opposable thumbs, she would unlock the door for me. Yeah.
Now with the family stuff earlier on, do they know that you stream, and are they like supportive and everything for it?
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They join in chat?
Yeah, my mom and 2 of my brothers are founders. And like pretty active in my chat, and like one of my brothers is in my Discord, and sometimes he'll pop in when he sees us in there. Yeah, my mom, week 1, when I was like, hey, so I'm doing this thing and I'm making money, she was like, nah, that doesn't sound right. You shouldn't be. What do you mean you're making money playing games? And I showed her the analytics, and she immediately understood.
Wow.
She was like, oh, wait, this is like really cool. I like, she just had to see how it all worked, and then she was like, wait, fuck yeah, that's really sick. And actually, for a short period of time, my mom was helping me try to get partnered.
Right.
She was helping me, like, we looked at 5 streamers who had like the sort of viewership numbers that I wanted.
Yep.
And we looked at like their analytics. We looked at how many days a week they stream and for how long. And sort of just used that as a model of like,
Right.
okay, well, if that works for them, then you do it. And so I did it, and it worked out real nicely. It really did. Like, my mom is a genius. She knows business, and she's very supportive. So yeah, my whole family has been on board for a long time. They're never like weird or patronizing about it. Like, how's the little video gaming going?
Yeah.
They always like, they just care. They really care. It's sick.
That is really that's really, really cool. That like having supportive folks and even siblings as well. It's like, even if they're not in the realm of gaming, or if they can at least appreciate it or respect the hustle for it. I think when I ask that question, it's sort of like I kind of gauge to see if they are already in that space, or there's like, oh yeah, you're doing the gaming thing. I'm going to help out. How's it going? They want to learn about it. And it's not just like, how much money are you making,
Yeah, my brothers are all gamers. That's sort of where I got it from. So
right. Yeah.
They sort of set me up for success with that one.
Yeah.
They would always put the controller in my hand when I was a kid because I had zero game sense and just be like, okay, do something. And I would just manage to fuck everything up. Like, I'd die 1,000 times. They thought it was so funny.
So you were just the comedic relief, like,
oh yeah,
just give it to Britt, see what she does, kind of thing.
They were just so entertained. I had so much fun playing with them, even though I was dog shit, because they thought it was so funny. It was awesome.
So, are you the youngest of your siblings? All brothers?
3 older brothers. Yep.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah. So how was it like growing up and I guess trying to incorporate that gaming side for it, or them just being like protective in general, like?
Dude, I was the devil. I was a devil child. They didn't have time to protect me. I was a poisonous little snake. And I was gonna bite them any chance I got. I used to tattle on them for shit they didn't even do, and my mom would believe me every time because I'm the innocent little one. I'm so innocent. I learned that one real quick. I figured that shit out.
Yeah,
they didn't have to do much protecting. I've always been sort of I'd like to say I'm a no bullshit kind of person. If I notice something, like if somebody's being shitty to me, I'll just say it,
Yeah, good. Yeah.
I think if they haven't been protective, they've taught me how to be protective of myself, which is invaluable, Yep. The gaming though, sort of just I would be like 1 or 2 generations of consoles behind. I would get their sort of hand-me-down Xbox 360 and like the Wii and everything.
Yeah.
Like old DS. And that's sort of where I got my roots grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you play back then on the DS or any other console?
So oh man, let me think back. So I loved playing. Do you remember the original Call of Duty Black Ops? There was this like funny little game mode that you could access. From like the menu, if you like broke out of your chair. It was the Dead Ops arcade.
Okay.
It was like this little top-down like viewer thing. I didn't care about playing Call of Duty Black Ops. I think I played through the campaign when it came out, which I was probably like, I don't know, 10.
Yep.
But I would play Dead Ops arcade all fucking day long. I felt so weird for it because nobody else that was playing Call of Duty was playing this stupid arcade game.
Yeah.
Just me. Me. But then my brother gave me Minecraft on a flash drive as well in like, I think probably 2009. That's when you could put it on a flash drive
that's right,
before like the launcher and everything existed. Yeah. Minecraft was really like, Minecraft and Skyrim opened the floodgates for me where I was like, oh my God, I could do this for hours and hours and hours and never be done. Yeah. There's just always more to be done. Yeah. So I played those for years, man. It was like all I knew. It was awesome. Wow.
So those are the games that I guess kind of started or shaped your like gaming, I guess, career, Skyrim and Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Those are 2 big ones.
Yeah.
That's huge. So even with gaming and stuff now, would you still consider it to be like a hobby of yours for it, or do you do other things outside of that gaming realm?
It's still a hobby. No matter how many games I've played on stream, I will always also enjoy playing games offline.
Yep.
You know, it's not just something I do to show up and entertain the people. If I didn't find joy in it, I would not be doing it. That's sort of that little no bullshit part of me where I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't fake happy doing something I don't want to be doing.
Yep.
I used to be a Minecraft streamer, and then I realized my audience was so young.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think I want this anymore. Just it was like such a switch up. It was like, I had a little bit of success being a Minecraft streamer, and then I realized that even though I had 90 viewers, that was 90 children.
Yep.
And I was not built for a child audience at all. I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I was not built for a child audience.
Did you sense like because one of the biggest things I always see with Minecraft audiences, I think the first thing I think of is very parasocial. Like not all communities have it, but I think that's a huge thing in my opinion.
Dude, I don't even think it's an opinion. I think that might be fact. Never in my life have I seen more people try to make accounts that were like BrittBalls fan, BrittBalls fan account, like putting my username in their accounts, and I put the kibosh on that so fast. I was like, hey guys, that's fucking weird. I don't like that. I know that there's a lot of content creators that are okay with it because it's sort of like free promotion,
Yeah.
If someone else is posting about you, cool, whatever. But for me, I was like, hell no. I do not want anyone to like when I'm off stream go, I'm still thinking about BrittBalls so much so that I'm gonna make a whole account dedicated to her. Oh, it just made me feel so fucking weird, man. I would ban anybody that had my username in their username.
Really?
Because I was like, no. If they had balls, that was fine. Like if the blank Dan was Dan Balls, I'd be fine with that. But if it was Brit Balls anything,
get
out of here.
Yeah. Like BrittBalls chair or like BrittBalls microphone kind of thing. Yeah, really.
Yep. Yeah, dude. I was just super strict about it, and they caught on real quick. Everyone was like, okay.
Yeah, we respect it. Yeah.
No fan accounts, got it. Sorry.
Because there's a few like channel memes that I've had over the years for it, and personally I don't mind. I think it's only like when it sort of pushes that personal boundary of like I don't know, it's like I think it's a big difference when I know someone is like Kofi the cat, which is obviously my cat Kof, but I'm like if some rando did it was like Kofi fan account 2297412 like
like it's okay if I know it's one of my regular viewers like alt accounts and they're just trying to make me laugh, know. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like it's just one of those things where I 100% get it, because it's some of those like fans, they get really attached so quickly, and it's just like, oh yeah, I gotta nip it in the bud now before this goes.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. So that's smart. I didn't know that you were actually a Minecraft gamer.
No way you didn't know that.
Nah,
dude, I only streamed Minecraft exclusively for the first like 7 months. My first just chatting stream was 7 months in.
Yeah, really.
And I only did that just chatting stream because I had the worst job in the whole world. I was working as a dog groomer's assistant for like a basically abusive dog groomer.
Yeah.
This woman was like psycho. Genuinely crazy. I would come home from work just sobbing every day. I was so miserable at that job. It was terrible. And so I went live and just chatting one day and just fucking crossed my arms and cried.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna talk about it because this is like not okay.
Man.
Oh.
That's crazy, because like my first like just chatting was 4 months in. because all I did was
4
play.
months in.
Yeah, I played Hearthstone. I played like TFT, and like
No way.
yeah, for real. Yeah. So 4 months in, I recognized that people specifically in OCE were doing like just chatting stuff. I'm like, that's the kind of community I want. I was like, that's what I want. I don't want people watching me play games all the time. I want it to be for it. And I remember specifically,
you want people to like you for you and then watch you play games and not only like you for the games you play.
Exactly. Yeah, that's literally it. So
yeah,
I had a really shitty day at work. I had a shitty day like in general.
It's all it takes,
like,
man. It's all it takes. Look at us.
My question, I had a question out there was like, what do you do when you're feeling like depressed or really low? That was my topic of the day. And that stemmed through a lot of people being like, well, this is really cool because it's a weighted question. So it was a birth of like my just chatting like Sundays. And I used to do like mental health like Sunday stuff. That all changed, but like it was just it was like a birth for it because I just had a shitty day of everything. So it was crazy. It's crazy how it's like the same thing. Just trying to get the drawstring.
Can I fucking have that back? Thank you. So rude.
Same issue.
So rude.
All right, I'm gonna ask some specific like Twitch questions.
Cool.
So, how did you find my Twitch channel, or how'd you find me?
Dude, fucking great question. I have no idea. I genuinely, I don't remember. I don't remember if you were in my recommended. I feel like I know you through moms, probably. Mr. the host.
Yep.
But I've got no clue. Because I was just talking to Clicky about this the other day.
Yep.
Because I was watching ASAP Joey the other morning. Or not ASAP Joey, sorry. Only Joey D.
Yeah.
And so like we got to chatting about it, and I was like, hey, did you know that ASAP Joey and Only Joey D were in that Cold Ones video fucking 4 years ago? And he was like, wait, no way. Because I don't think I realized you were in there until maybe a year or two after.
Yep.
I know I followed Only Joey D from that Cold Ones video that you guys were in.
Yeah,
and then I rewatched it and I went, oh my God, that's ASAP Joey without a mustache.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
I was like, wait, holy fuck.
Yeah.
And then Clicky said that another one of his friends was also in that video. I'm like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell? So I don't know if I found you from that or from moms. I would have to go back and look at like when I followed and just figure it out. I don't know.
I think if anything,
do you have any idea?
I think it was definitely from a network.
Yeah.
A network episode, because I knew that you were with moms, and I always tuned in with like moms when he started coming in to like the OCE scene and interviewing a lot of people for it. And I was like, oh yeah, who are these guys? And I was like, okay, cool. That's how I found you and a few other guys on there, like Peyton and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I was
that had to be it.
Yeah.
Moms was my bridge to Australia.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
And then I just noticed that he was doing more interviews for it, and then you did like another thing for like networking, whatever. And then, yeah, it was just like from then on, I was like, oh yeah, I noticed that you were around for it. And then it was just like recommended. And then we did the episode for it. I think that's when we all sort of like just clicked.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I think that was it. But,
oh, I would kill to hear that first, like, our first like network together. Oh
yeah, I think
because
it
was so wholesome.
I know who it was with as well. It was with Charlie, Kank, and me.
Oh
yeah,
see it, Charlie and Kanker.
Yeah, it was us three. Yeah, and then it was
the boys.
It was you, moms, and I think it was Peyton as well.
Peyton or Parker. Yeah,
I think it was both. Maybe it was a stacked thing.
I miss those guys.
Do you keep in contact with any of those guys?
Oh yeah, every once in a while. And me, moms, and Peyton and Alex would get together and play video games on Mondays for a while. Yeah, it was a nice way to just sort of like keep hanging out without doing the network, you know. Yeah. It was very fun. I love those guys. I play Fall Guys with moms like every other week.
That's so nice.
Fuck, my headset just died.
It's alright.
Hold on.
Oh, I miss those guys too. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Okay, cool. Yeah, I miss those guys. Like, it's always nice to see when, like, yeah, it's crazy. I think I already told you this, but the idea of the interview stuff, I was talking about it randomly when I was playing WoW on stream, and I was like, I wanted to do this idea of like interviewing people, my friends, and this, that. And there was a guy who used to do it. His name is Moms. And I told everyone about him. And then literally the next day, he came out of nowhere and was like, yeah, I'm making a return to YouTube and I'm doing this. I was like, no fucking way. And I told everyone in Discord, I was like, this is the guy I was talking about. And this is how I knew Britt and this, that. And then I messaged him, like, I commented on his post on Twitter, and I was like, bro, I was just talking about you. That's so crazy. And then obviously got the nod to him and everything. But yeah, I miss like, I mean, I think about like those times where if it wasn't for this person connecting this way, then like all the rest of the connections would have been, who knows?
Dude, I don't think I would have met my fiance if it wasn't for Moms.
Yeah.
Clicky followed Moms like 2 weeks before he followed me. And I think that was just coincidence. I think there was probably someone on Moms' stream that Clicky knew, or I think he maybe found him from recommended, and then it just worked out.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna get married.
And there you go. That's what I was gonna ask actually. Is that how you two actually met?
Yeah. He found me. I was in his recommended, and I was doing a 72-hour stream, I think. And that was like the first time he was like really active and chatting. And then when I did that 30-day long subathon, him and I just had an open space in Phasmophobia, and he was like, "Ooh, I love Phasmophobia. Can I play?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes!" You know, like sure. You know, he had a partner badge next to his name, so I knew that he was probably not going to join my lobby and like say slurs. You know, I would always get really nervous about inviting random chatters to my games on the off chance that they're just gonna like be racist.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course. Yeah.
So I really rolled the dice that day, and I played with 3 random chatters, and 2 of them are like some of my closest like internet friends still, and one of them I'm getting married to. So we played Phasmophobia together that one day, and we have spoken every single day since. There's not been a day that's passed without hearing each other's voices.
Yeah.
It's all it took. He was so funny. He was just farming the lol W's from me.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
And then what? You just hung out, played more games, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just from there.
Yeah. By the end of the subathon, I really wanted to end it just so that I could talk to him like one-on-one without other people's eyes all over. I just woke up on day 30 and I was like, you know what? I can't fucking take it anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. You're like, that's it. We just
guys, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. Gonna talk to my new friend now.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the 30 days, guys. Yeah. I'm busy now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So even if you're still around on Twitch, you still do like, I guess, part-time hours and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
It's definitely been a lot harder lately. Since I work all the time. But yeah, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, what do you think is like? What are your thoughts on the current state of Twitch at the moment? What do you think needs to change? Or
so I feel like we're in kind of an okay state right now. The biggest thing is like, you know, Kick is competing with Twitch, but Kick has a lot of bad people on it right now. They're sort of, you know, still relatively new and not very good at moderating themselves.
Yep.
So, I mean, compared to that, Twitch is looking pretty good. And especially with like the sort of partner plus stuff, and even like with affiliates, if they have, what is it, over 100 subs, then they have a better split.
Yep.
Fucking awesome. I think it's all right, but also I haven't really been super active in the news of like what's new, you know, here on Twitch, because I don't go on Twitter anymore.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Twitter is bad for my mental. I mean, just like a lot of social media, you know, when I find myself bored and my instinct is to open an app, that's when I know I got to get off. Like if I'm sitting on the toilet at work and I open up Instagram, I will almost immediately close it and then delete it. And then I'll reinstall it maybe like a week or 2 later.
Yeah.
You know, just to sort of get myself out of the habit of using social media all the time. Because
Yeah.
it really made my mental like tank. You know, you go on
Yeah.
Twitter and you see a video of like a fatal car crash, and it's like, okay, well now I have to think about that for the rest of my Monday.
Yep.
You know, that's pretty awesome.
Yep. And it's like, I get that the easiest argument in that is like, oh, you can just block it or you can just not see it. It's like, well, I mean, I can for it, but there's always a chance I'm going to see this, or it's like that
Right.
negativity is going to swirl anyway for it. So it's just,
Right.
you can remove yourself from it.
Yeah, I fall for all the rage bait. You know, I click on all the things and read all the things that are going to make me so mad and so upset.
Yeah.
I used to watch like a ton of true crime on YouTube as well, and totally just completely stopped watching that all at once and was like, I need to put positive things into my head, because all I'm reading online is like drama about people hating each other or people doing awful things to each other, and then going on YouTube to wind down and just like hearing about someone brutally murdering someone, and then I would sit around and wonder, why am I so depressed? Why do I feel so paranoid? And it was like, okay, well, I know where to start. How about the media I consume?
Yeah.
How about I just like stop feeding into such negative shit all the time? And it really helped, you know?
That's really,
I feel like I have a much better control over sort of how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think especially where, you know, being a like influencer / content creator, whatever you want to go as, it's like that's our main areas of like expertise of things, and we have to be on there to show presence, and it's for our job, or you know, so being able to try and block out so much of that, or you know, trying to pave the way so it's like you are having a good positive presence rather than just like, you know, all the like misogyny and all the transphobia and whatever, this, that kind of things coming. And it's like, fuck, it's a lot. It's just a lot sometimes for it.
It is. I genuinely envy the content creators that, you know, go live, make content, edit, post their content, reply to comments on their content.
Oh, yeah.
Comment on their other friends' things to like keep, you know, just like I could never. I could never. I just can't. For me, it's like if I'm going to post, I'll post and then I'll close the app for 6 days.
Yeah.
Like I won't check the notifications anymore. I just don't. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's
and I wish I could. I wish I could give a shit, but I'm good. For now, I'm good, you know.
Yeah. I think it's like staying my own lane, or staying within my own sort of bubble or parameters like that it's been so good for it. As much as there's a lot of like shit that's going on for it, I like staying in that sort of bubble for it, because I know that's the shit that's like I've controlled, and that's how good that I've made the space. So that's the space where I've like kept it. And anyone else who's sort of trying to get in between that, whatever, you can just remove them, or you can just whatever. Like it's I don't need that. Neither does anyone else. What's the most annoying thing to you as a streamer then?
Showing up 3 hours into a stream and going, wait, what happened? Crying mid-story, worst day ever. Hey guys, what happened?
Yeah.
At BrittBalls, hey, what's going on? Why are you crying? Just fucking shut up and listen for 25 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like
I don't cry on stream anymore. I don't let myself do that. I don't give myself the time to cry anymore. We don't got time to cry anymore. But when I did, the amount of times people would, hey guys, why is streamer crying? I'm talking about it right now.
Yeah.
The way it still has me feeling so fired up, and it hasn't happened in months.
Well, that's good. I think it's just like I feel like the topic of I guess what's it called? It's like streamer etiquette, right? It's so it's not really talked about for it. I love talking about it. I'm
How, like, what about it? What do you mean?
I feel like, you know, it's like the do's and the don'ts, or things that's just like, man, that shit irks me. Or it's like, I hate when people do this. Or I like when people do this as well. I like talking about that. because I feel like that there is do's and don'ts, but there's also like people just can't help themselves. Like you're gonna get whoever who come in or just don't have that cue for it, you know.
Yeah.
But I totally understand it, but it's just fuck, man. Some people just are completely off that mark, and then you're just like fuck, just listen, listen.
Yeah,
or
because
go back in the
unfortunately. Yeah, like yeah, we have to deal with all sorts of people, you know, and a lot of people they don't be using their noggin like they should, you know. But everybody has access to a computer or like the internet, you know. You get all sorts of people.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like if you know that it's just like complete random for it, or you pick up like. I think us as the creators for it, and correct me if I'm wrong, once you know your community or once you know the people in there for it, you know who's piss taking or you know who's sort of like, you can tell that there's a group of people who's like, yeah, I get it when they come in, they just, you rock with it. But then there's others where you're like, yeah, look, I've had to explain this a few times. I've had to sort of gloss over a few times for it. And then if there's something going on, same kind of people's like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh yeah, I don't know what I've just come into, kind of thing. You're like,
yeah,
I just get a clue for what's going on. But it's a lot because you're generalizing at that point, so it's
right.
It's hard to put a lot of people in that same basket for it. But there's just if you have like a smaller community or a more tightly knit community, you'll understand that. You know, some people just like, they just kind of show up, type before they speak, and then they're just like, oh, hang on, this is what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, I will let the shitters be shitters, right? Because, like, people pop in, and they'll be like, my farts smell like Gorilla Glue. And, like, it could go one of two ways. Either I could ban them, and they're still bored, and they move on. Or I go, dude, that's crazy. I've always said that. And then they maybe change. They maybe, instead of being like a weird shitter, they maybe go, oh, wait, this place is kind of cool, and hang out.
Yep.
Usually it doesn't work like that, right? When people come in and they're being shitters, they just, you know, they're just trying to like get a rise out of you. So I'll usually like let them linger for a little bit. And then we play this little secret game with the chat. I'll say, hey guys, nodders or nopers? And like that's all I'll say. And really like the hidden question is, do we ban this guy? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's great.
And so the chat will respond generally with nodders, yes, ban this guy. And then it's sort of like, all right, see you later, buddy. But see, it took a really long time to establish that game because it would only happen every once in a while.
Yeah.
And like the, you know, audiences change. And sometimes I'd be like, hey guys, nodders or nopers? And everyone would be like,
Don't know yet. Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'll ban him and then I'll explain it. Okay, we'll catch on to it next time. We'll get it next time.
That's so
Dude,
so
it's
good.
really fun. It's really fun because like, if you just say outright like, mods, should we ban this guy? Then they're gonna switch up on you. They're either gonna double down and get worse, or they're gonna be like, wait. Oh, dude, it's great. Yeah, definitely yoink. Definitely yoink.
The way that I go about it is just, I think some of my, like most of the guys I'd like to say are very switched on when someone's been weird or odd for the just sake of being it. And then the way that I respond, I think. Whereas if I'm like, yo, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm like, what's going on? They know and they switch. They're like, yeah, boom, attack dogs. That's what we've always claimed it as like attack dog mentality. The other day it happened and I was like, look, guys, there's a guy who's been odd, but it's not warranted for that yet. So I think I need a code. So I think I need a code to be like, hold. I'll say like a word. I need to say like a word so then everyone will
hold?
be like, like
everybody
hold.
Spams the hold.
Yeah. I'll be like, hold up, guys. I'll just be like, or I'll say like relax. Yeah. I'll just be like, yo, relax for a sec. But I need something to be like a code between me and everyone. Oh god, that's genius. I'm actually yoinking
Dude, it's
that. That's
so
great.
fun. It's so much fun.
I love
sometimes
that game.
like I would say most of the time I end up banning the shitters in my chat. I have mods, but like they don't have to do much. They really just like approve of like people saying swears like in auto mod, you know. They just like let messages pass through. So when it comes to like, okay, this person in chat is being kind of shitty.
Yep.
I feel like they know that I like to play with my food before I kill it.
Yeah.
So they sort of know to let it happen a little bit. And when I've had enough, I'll ban them generally. Or if something is like heinous enough, then they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna take out the trash real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really funny having mods that know those little things, those little intricacies, sort of.
Yeah, I think like I like doing that as well because there was an event here for DreamHack. You guys have a DreamHack in Dallas, I think, or you did have it very recently. We've got it here in Australia, DreamHack Melbourne, and one of the panels that we did actually was how do you deal with trolls. So we actually got to talk about like our experiences and like it wasn't being filmed anywhere, and so I could be like, oh, you know, one of my guys said this. They're like, hello, Mr. Streamer, come today. Like just dumb shit like that, right? We could say that like on the thing. So being able to be open and being like, oh,
awesome question. Awesome question.
Yeah, just like, but like, I have a channel in Discord and it's called Chat Quotes and Sayings. I actually like had my phone out like this and I was like, okay, one of the guys, his name's Nathan. So I read out Nathan's one. Like, I refreshed the stream because Daddy told me to. I'm what you'd call a good boy. Meow. It's just like, how do you deal with that? So it's just, yeah. It's like, how do you deal with that?
Shower after that one.
Yeah, if there's like a rando who kind of does that, because people kind of like ease themselves like in, you know? They ease themselves in. And
yeah.
I feel like when they ease themselves in, you can tell if, like you said, if they're just going to be a shitter for the sake of being a shitter for it, or is it their way of testing you and the community?
Dude, do you have any chatters that are like, they say the craziest shit, and like if a new chatter were to say the same things that they say, they would be banned? Do you have any of those?
Of what, sorry?
Like, okay, so I have a viewer. His name is Quispy Quumch. He could come in and be like, hey guys, just crashed my car into a light pole. Here's how to make a Molotov cocktail. And I'd be like, oh, Quispy, you're so funny. That's hilarious. But like if a new chatter came in and said any of that, I'd be like, what the hell is
absolutely.
wrong?
Yeah, it's Nathan.
You got a couple 100%. Of those?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, can you not, like, I'll say it like in a joking way, like, can you not make our new chatters feel weird? And obviously I'm joking.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm like, can you not make them feel weird? Because someone's like come in and they're like,
you're scaring the new guy.
Yeah. I'm like, we just had this new guy come in, and I always put them to the test to be like, yo, you can be friends with Nathan, and then Nathan's like, like they'll say something new, and he'll be like, you know, like the @ sign. He'll just be like, shut up, like just to sort of fuck with him, and then like
just poking him.
Yeah. It's just I feel like. I like when people have that when they have that banter first. It's like it's open game. But if someone's just being really nice, I'm like, yo, don't be fucking idiots. Like they're just saying hi or this that. But if they're clearly coming into the banter, you've got other people who would test them like that. So
you know what? Yeah, we do have that every once in a while where like there'll be a new chatter and then the blank Dan will at them and be like, you don't want to be here. No one's ever cooked a pizza the right way here, or something, you know, or just like something ridiculous. I'm sure Dan is face palming, like, I'll never say that. We're always like, Dan, be nice to the new guy. Don't freak him out. Give him some space.
Yeah, I think like once we know that someone gets the vibes or just understands the MO of like what we do, it's like, that's kind of free game for it. But if someone's being nice for the sake of it or whatever, I'm like, yo, relax. Like, not just yet. I'm like, not just yet. Like you said, sort of, you know, playing with your food before, like, if they are being proper weird, then it's like, it's free game. But then, if they're just being nice or trying to fit in for it, it's like, yo, guys, make them feel welcome. Don't be dickheads yet until they get comfortable.
Right. Yeah, sorry, Dan. Made you sound lame. Sorry, I couldn't think of any examples, all right? Let it go. It's fine.
Last couple of ones that are just like Twitch specific, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Being a lady on the platform, being a woman on the platform, do you think it was hard to grow when you've always been like so open about your relationship with Clicky? Do you think that was like ever a factor with everything?
Dude, I definitely feel like there's a lot of money I'm missing out on by being public about my relationship status.
Yeah.
All the ladies that I know that hide the fact that they're in a long-term committed relationship make like 4 times the money that I do.
Absolutely.
It's insane. It's insane. But again, it's just one of those things where I will always be true to myself. You'll never get a version of me on stream that you wouldn't find in real life. So I have always been one to keep it $150 in here.
Yep.
And just be honest, especially because I don't want to breed a more parasocial chat. I obviously already like reject parasocial relationships by like, hey, please don't make accounts of me and shit. I wouldn't want anyone to like send me thousands of dollars in the hopes that maybe one day I'll like hang out with them.
Yeah.
I'm just I'll keep it $100 always. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's admirable that like people can be so straight up for it. And again, on the other side, like everyone else who keeps
I totally get the other side.
I get it too, yeah. I get it too.
And not even just for the money, for like the sake of privacy. Like, because, you know, when you're in a public relationship and you break up, you kind of, I feel like it's really awkward if you don't say something. You almost like have to say something, you know? Whereas like if you keep a relationship private and you break up, you just break up and no one's got to know. Like, no, that's cool. Good for you.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. I think it's like, that's because I noticed that like, you know, yourself in particular, you're, like you said, you're a straight shooter for it. So, when I have other friends of mine and those who have, you know, said things here and there, and it's like, oh, okay, if people really knew, some people know that, obviously, if they've ever got a boyfriend or even a girlfriend and stuff too, most of the time it is women, in my experience of viewing anyway. But I think it's just a really interesting concept for it where, like, I don't know, maybe 7-8 times out of the 10, it's like, a lot of people just keep it fully private versus the other side is like, no, I've got a boyfriend for it, or girlfriend, and like, hey, thanks for that. And then if they're like trying to insinuate or push for a different agenda rather than just the support first, it's like,
right.
It's such a weird like level that it gets to, you know?
Yeah. I just can't be that guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. Who would you say is your closest streamer friends, even still now? Do you ever get worried that's like a group of friends, even if you stream with them or anything like that? Did you ever get worried, or do you get worried that's like you're not like an individual in comparison to like this group?
Oh, I see. No, I don't think I really get worried of that. Can you say the question again?
Yeah, sure. I'll break it up into like a part A and a part B.
All right.
Who would you say is like your closest streamer friends like now?
Mom's the host. Cruel Rice. Let me think of like people. Like Chicago streamers, like Bobby Berm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple like little friends from Chicago. I don't want to say everyone's names because I don't know who.
Go
who
for
knows
it. I don't mind. Just say whoever. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So if you guys are like gaming or even just showing presence like in each other's chat, so to speak, or whatever it is, do you ever think about like if people are viewing you because of X person out there, or like versus like it's like I'm here for purely BrittBalls, or it's like, oh, I know you because of this person kind of thing?
I feel like if that ever happens, I sort of welcome it. I don't think I've ever Currently, no, I don't get upset about that sort of thing. If somebody pops in and they said, "Hey, I found you from like Young Elderberry," or "I found you from Cruel Rice," I'll be like, "Fuck yeah, great to have you." But back when I was a Minecraft streamer, if somebody said, "Hey, I found you from Donnie Bobes," Donnie Bobes was a Minecraft YouTuber who had like, I think right now he might have like 3 million subs. He had like a million subs at the time.
Yeah.
He found me like my 3rd month of streaming and made a few videos with me, and it really got my feet on the ground when it came to streaming, like real quick. I went from like 15 viewers to 90 viewers so fast. I barely had like this slow sort of come up. It all happened really fast. And I think that was extra because COVID was happening. I think I had just started when COVID started, so it was like new to me, new to everybody. It was like our thing. It was really cool.
Yep.
But after a while, once I realized I didn't really like the young audience so much, I knew that if somebody came in and said that, listen, bless Donnie's heart, love him to death. Met him in person in Amsterdam.
Yep.
He's a great guy. But yeah, just has a bit of a younger audience. And whenever somebody would come in and be like, "Hey, I know you from Donnie," I'd be like, "I'm an individual, you know." Or they'd be like, "When is he gonna post next? When does he go live next?" And I'd be like, "Why are you here?" Like, it made me so mad.
Annoying.
It made me so mad. But people are much more appropriate about it these days, and I think it is genuinely just an age difference. I think if somebody finds me from somebody else, it's not like I'm their accessory. I think they understand that I'm an individual. So I feel less weird about being like lumped in with other people. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of cool with it.
Cool. Okay. All right. We'll go to the next part for it. I got some clips. I was
Hell yeah.
perusing through some of, just some of the few things for it.
Okay.
I'll just play it through if you got my stream up, and then
hold on, I'm watching a Six Flags advertisement.
Six Flags, like
I stopped paying for Turbo, I'm responsible now.
Yeah,
I turned off all my subscriptions.
That's okay. All right.
Okay, I'm watching.
Just let me grab it up here first. Tell me if you can see that.
Oh, I'm on massive delay.
That's okay.
No, it's playing another Six Flags ad. I can't believe this.
Someone gift Britt if she's not a sub, surely. Surely. So let me get the chat up as well here.
Oh, I see the thumbnail. I know exactly what clip that's gonna be.
Thanks, JB. Thank you, man. That's huge.
Thanks, you.
Bro. Legend.
Massive. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. All right, I've got it on the side here. So, I just wanted you to just watch and explain the clip. All right.
Got it.
Remember when I spiked your drink with the vodka?
Okay.
Okay.
You what?
Okay. Yeah, so I was doing a pool stream while wearing Crocs and socks and an American knit sweater at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think I had been live for like 20 something days. And I was just chit-chatting about something that happened, a week into the subathon, where I did this bit where I was on a date with chat.
Yeah.
And it was sort of it was a choose your own adventure, except I had some little scripted parts. They got to choose a few little things. Yeah, they got to choose a few little things.
Right.
I bought some Minecraft plates and some Fortnite plates, and they got to choose which one to eat off of, and then
okay, cool.
Vanilla cupcakes or chocolate cupcakes.
Fuck, it sounds like
I ended up.
It sounds like a, what do you call it? Like a RPG adventure, but like you're the character and you're like, "Hey guys, what am I eating today? Do you choose the left or the right?"
It was my best stream. Like
cool.
It's been like almost 2.5 years since that happened, and I'm like, damn, I'll never beat that one. But at one point they had a drink on their side of the table, and I like sort of sort of like pulled out a bottle of vodka and just glug 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 poured the entire thing in their drink. And then at one point I was like, "Hey, what's that over there?" And then I grabbed a bunch of little tiny like beads essentially and just dropped them in the drink, which is like kind of fucked up. Just kind of fucked up. And they were like, "Hey, what was that?" I'm like, "Nothing. It was nothing." And then I pulled out a gun and threatened chat, told them that they had to pay for the date. And it was great. It was a great date. Yeah. We did not go on date number 2. Yeah.
Was that due to the
so that was
beads or to the
yeah, it was probably the beads. It was probably the beads. Yeah, it was a little yeah.
That's a really cool idea.
It was so fun, dude.
That's a really it's like it's like the crossroads sort of games where it's like, do you take the left road or do you take the middle road or the right road? This is what you get. Fuck, I really want to do something like that. This is
dude, do it.
Listen, yoink.
RPG. You could take any idea from me and do whatever you want with it, and I'll never be like, "Oh my god, ASAP Joey stole from me." I'll be like, "He's doing the thing. Let's fucking go."
Would you do another BrittBalls Telltale game-esque kind of like content?
Yeah,
please do. That'd be
sick. I would. It's fun.
That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, just like a choose your adventure. Oh, that's so great. I like that. That's really cool. It's
fun.
Would you say that's like in an S tier listing? Would you say that's like right up there for being one of your most creative?
Absolutely.
That's sick.
Absolutely.
Where'd it come from? Just thought of it. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I think I was just like kind of high and walking around Walmart, and I was like, what can I buy as like a stream thing? That was a thing that I did pretty often. I mean, not the getting high and going to Walmart part necessarily, but I would go to Walmart really often and just walk around. There was one time I spent $200 on office supplies so that I could design my desk like an office, and I had this whole bit planned, and then I never went through with it. So I have this like corded phone that I went to 3 different stores in order to find, and like just so much random office shit, and like this weird old woman sort of outfit.
Like a power suit.
I never used any of them.
Oh man.
I should whip them back out.
I was gonna say, would you ever think that like when it's all said and done with BrittBalls on Twitch or just as a creative, that all the things that you sort of owe quotes or ideas that you never like went through with or whatever, do you think there'd be a time like, you know what, fuck it, we're doing that, it would be like a last blowout kind of thing?
Oh, that would actually be that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah,
just like you have like a list of things like, oh, I could have done that, I should have done that kind of thing.
That totally sounds like something I would do. I mean, I've always been a really sort of crafty, creative person. I know that no matter where I go in my life, I will always be making something. I will always be indulging in my creative side, no matter how busy I am, no matter what I'm up to. It's always something that I come back to. It just feels like my like neutral home state is creating something.
Yeah.
So I think even if I wasn't streaming for like how do I word this? It's not like I'm not like streaming for money. I don't want to word it like that. But even if streaming brought $0 in, I guess I would still do it because it's something that I love so much, and because like my community and my audience is something that I just love being around. You know,
that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So coming back and doing something crafty that I said I was going to do years prior as a procrastinator, yes, that sounds like something I would do.
You're like, okay, an office day with BrittBalls or something like, that's cool.
Like in 5 years.
Yeah. Or just randomly like, if you were like, you've quit or you've taken the break, whatever it is, you randomly come back like a year later or something, and it's just the bit. It's just, hey, this is Office Brit. You've done this whole planned a whole year thing. Yeah. All corded phone, everything. That'd be cool.
Hello.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I gotta do it. All right, see you guys in
All
5
right.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an achievement in the Stanley Parable, if you've ever played it.
I have it. I
Um,
have the achievement you're talking about.
Oh, really? The 4-year thing? Whatever it is?
Yes. I changed the clock on my PC.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because my housemate, my best friend, he's an achievement hunter, and I was like, oh, you could do Stanley Parable. You should do the 4-year thing. He's like, oh, people have already got it. I was like, oh, they would have just changed their clocks and fucking, you know.
Yeah, I changed my clock. Funny enough, I have regular Stanley Parable and then like the
extended
edition or whatever.
Yeah, that was like a couple of years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, I have all the achievements in the newer one, but there's
really?
one that I'm missing in the old one that's been pissing me off for like a year and a half now. You just have to leave the game open for the full duration of a Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
And
yeah.
I forget every fucking Tuesday, every like Monday night, I forget to launch the game.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna put it in my calendar.
Yeah, Monday 23:59. You have to do the whole Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, shit. Are you writing it down?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Stanley
Stanley
Parable.
Parable. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It's
All
set.
right. Okay, we'll go to the next clip. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, from the thumbnail alone, could you guess
Oh no.
what it is?
Yeah, so this was like right after I was on Ms. Kiff's channel for a lover host, I think.
Yep.
So this is either me talking about the baby tree or a ring that I broke.
Okay. All right, we'll listen. Ready?
Yeah.
Looking like Ms. Kiff? Hold on.
Oh no, it's the Ms. Kiff impression. Oh no.
Moxie!
That's so accurate.
It was accurate for the time. It was accurate. Ms. Kiff saw that clip, and that also brought a bunch of people over to my channel, and then Hassan reacted to that clip. And I was doing a 72-hour stream there. That was the same stream that Clicky typed. It maybe like that was the first time that him and I had a conversation, like as him as a chatter, you know. Yep. Same stream.
So you went on his lover host because I actually remember I knew you from back then, and I was like, oh, Britt's like I knew you from back then. I was like, oh yeah, you're on there, and then like I think they like hosted you, right, or they rated you or something like that. Or?
Yeah, because so what happened was it was Mother's Day in 2021. And I texted my mom and I said, hey, lady, I'm not going to make it home for Mother's Day. Big business opportunity. And she said, A-okay. I'll see you next weekend.
That's nice. Yeah.
Because she's a rock star, dude. She gets it.
Yeah.
And so one of my friends, Babsity, actually reached out to me and was like, hey, I got invited to be on this thing and I'm really nervous. Can you please join me? Like, I don't want to go on it alone. I want to know somebody there. So I was like, okay, I'll go with you. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And we were going on Ms. Kiff's stream. Simply was doing a lover host and his mom was like picking. Yeah, his mom was picking like who won. She got to like pick the person for her son.
Yeah.
And so you know, we went on. I think I was like 4th to last. I got eliminated. Babsity ended up winning, but I think I was the only one who went live immediately after. So like the second I got booted off the show, I just hit the go live button. Which was so smart of me.
Absolutely.
Thinking back, I'm like, God, hell yeah, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was such a good stream. That was the most viewers I've ever had. And ever, period. Because they rated me afterwards since like, you know, Babsity won. And so like, she didn't feel like going live after. So they were like, okay, well, who do we actually rate now? And they just 10,000 viewers came over to my channel.
I was going to say, I was like,
oh my
10,
God, this is the time.
I remember.
And like all of my closest friends, my closest online friends are all from that stream. Like all of them.
Wow.
Yes, dude. I immediately, because I was so active in my Discord at the time as well. Not only did people get to join me in that stream that night, I joined my public Discord server that night. So like 20 people joined, and we were all just like, you know, like drinking, having fun, having a good time. And then, you know, they would show up the next day, and then the next day. And then I ended up just like making a different role in my Discord so that we could all hang out together all the time. And it's been like that for like 3 years now.
That's really cool. Yeah.
It's so cool, dude.
That's sweet. So
That's sick.
That's a follow-up to my next clip, actually, because I thought this would go a bit hand in hand.
Okay.
So this one is with Cutie. So this is you reacting to Cutie Cinderella, you know, talking about you. So we'll play the clip.
Right.
Ready? There's a smaller streamer named BrittBalls who's very, very sweet. She has a great energy around her too. I think she'll be bigger. I don't interesting that really stands out to me. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
Dude, the thing is, it was so wholesome because I was just a little baby pickle. I didn't realize that any like big streamers like really like they might have known my name, but I didn't think they gave a fuck. You know? I didn't think they were like looking at my name and going, "Oh yeah, I've seen this name pop up so many times. They're probably like on the up and up right now." And so like, yeah, that meant so much for me to see. But then somebody linked me. So somebody put that video of me reacting to her saying that on her subreddit. And I saw a video of her reacting to my reaction and was honestly so embarrassed. Because she was like, okay, stop crying. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. You don't need to be crying. No, don't do that. And I was like, oh my God, no, she has no idea how much that really means to me.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I don't know if she's having imposter syndrome and doesn't realize what an effect she has on a little tiny streamer like me. But that was fucking huge for me. And that reaction was so real from me. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm embarrassing, but whatever, you know?
So are you like, with all these, like, I guess, connections of, you know, how you got onto, like, Miskiff's channel, or even just, like, getting to the point where people recognized your name through, like, to Cutie. So are you friends with those guys who are friends with them? Or like, they just saw you, like, randomly and were just like, oh, I know this streamer kind of thing?
Well, I think, so Cutie probably just found me through Bab City. Since Bab City won that Lover Host, her and I were really close friends, and then we went on a vacation with each other like shortly after that.
Yeah.
We went on like there was like 14 streamers all staying in this big fucking mansion together for like a week. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. So like we posted a lot of content from that trip, and I think that's
too. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
So I think that's what Cutie was referencing. Like like she kept, I have another clip of Cutie saying nice things about me, and she essentially was like, I see what BrittBalls is doing these days. She's hanging out with, you know, streamers who are like her size and a little bit bigger, and they're all like making stuff together, and she's doing the right thing. She's on the right path. And she was just like being really, she's just so nice. She's so nice.
Yeah. That's lovely.
It's so nice to think about. And then I just like stopped streaming for, 2 months after that, and then was super burnt out for like a year. So
it
happens.
It does.
You know?
It really does.
Yeah.
No one's to blame on that, but shit, that's so cool to see, like, your reaction to like that, because like, you know, I think every streamer would have that sort of moment where they're like, oh my God, one of the people who I watch has said nice things. You're like, damn, you don't like, and then like you said, you don't realize how much of an impact that them just saying that means to you. So
right.
So that's probably right in your eyes. Then she's like, just don't worry about it. Like, she's like, I'm not like that big, because she, like you said, it could
and
be
to me, that was like the most massive. I was dumbfounded. I'm like, why me? Of all the people that she could have chosen, I was genuinely shocked. I was honored.
Do you have any, like, I guess, is there someone out there who's a streamer that you would have that stardom again with, who I guess, that you do know, or if you're friends with someone and they do know X person. So let's say if I was friends with XQC and you're like, fuck, I love XQC kind of thing, but I'm not obviously going to be like, yo, Joey, you know, give that nod.
Oh, I know. So I usually don't get like that starstruck. I've met 90% of the streamers that I've looked up to just like through cons or like through knowing somebody that knows them and like, you know, playing a game with them here or there. I had the opportunity to meet Julian Solomita.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is Jenna Marbles' husband.
Yep.
I have watched his content since I was a teenager. Like, both him and Jenna, I watched so much of their content, and I could have met Julian, but Sandwich was like, "Oh, do you want me to introduce you to him? Like, I can right now. We can just turn around and do it." And I genuinely was like, "Please don't, I can't, I can't exist in his universe. It's too much for me. Please don't." I can't. And I don't know why. I think there was one other person that I did that with at the convention that I was like, why am I doing this? I have the opportunity to introduce myself.
Yeah.
And like, I have so many things that I could reference to be like, this is how long I've been following you.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. So like, if my name ever came out of his mouth, I would pass away. Simply. I would die. I would bury myself in the dirt.
Yeah. It's really cool because like I think that stardom or super stardom thing, like I think it's only happened like it's not super stardom. I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool that this person's like out. You know, I'm like, oh shit, I just hung out with him now, and now I'm friends. Like it's probably it's happened like once for it. There's probably one person for me. I don't think I want to say it, to be honest, because it's do you want the honest truth? I think you're friends with them. So I'm like,
oh wait, really?
Yeah, dead set. I think. Are you friends with fuck it, don't want to say it. Fuck it, whatever. Are you friends with Point Crow? Are you friends with him? Or he's been in your chat?
I'm not friends with Point Crow. I went on a lover host for him once, and I got voted out because I don't watch anime, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, look.
I like roasted anime, and he went, "Ooh, you're out of here." Like, okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
Look, first of all, that's base as hell.
But I do have a bunch of mutual friends with him, and I'm sure if I saw Point Crow out in the world, he would probably recognize me. Yeah. Maybe.
Speedrunning? Is that because of speedrunning stuff?
Yeah, speedrunning. And also, I feel like I know him through like Sandwich and Nandre. I feel like in my Twitch bubble headcanon, he's sort of closer to their bubbles.
Yeah.
So I think I really only know of Point Crow because of Sam.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Big Sam fan here.
Yeah. I know of her. Yeah, only because I've only seen
awesome.
through Brody.
Dude, she's killing it these days. I saw her in an Anthony Padilla video last week, and I was like, oh my god, let's go, let's fucking go.
You're such a like advocate through the success of your friends. Yeah, you're like, I'm so happy because it's happening to my friends, kind of thing. You know,
seeing everyone blame Nandre for clogging a urinal at the Streamer Awards, like healed something in my soul, you know? Seeing my friends be so widely known and successful, and also like everyone can joke around with them, fucking so wholesome, dude. He did shit in that urinal. He did do it. He admitted it to me.
Oh man, I think it's so the reason why it's like, you know, name dropping, or even just like because these are your friends, like fuck, even if it's the smallest of things where it's like, you know, even if it's things that I've attained or things I haven't attained for it, I'm like, damn, I just love it when my friends are like, they get paid their dues, you know?
Yeah, dude.
I'm such a like, I love living like through that because it's nothing of my benefit except the joy of seeing my friends go through this and they're so happy, and you're like, oh man.
Have you ever found yourself in a moment where you were feeling maybe insecure about your own success? Maybe you were on a bit of a you know, downward trending emoji, downward trending chart emoji, where one of your friends came into such a success that you were almost upset about it? You almost like got a little jealous first?
I think.
Has that ever happened to you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd be lying to you if I said it hasn't, because that's a natural feeling.
Sure.
Is like, I think as natural selection, it's like we want to succeed and be on top for it. And seeing someone else get like a similar thing or the thing or same thing, you're like, fuck, I wish it happened to me. But you have to catch yourself and be like, damn, I'm happy for this person genuinely. It's like, it would be nice, but there's that line where you're like, nah, man, that's so sick that it's because the thing that I always say to myself is, it's not my time yet. Because it's not. That's the thing that catches me. I'm like, it's not my time. It's not.
Yeah.
Because that's what
Dude,
it really
fucking
is.
True. Yeah. Fucking true.
People make the right moves and it's all like, they do the right moves, through the right channels, and it's like, you know, it does come to luck with a lot of stuff too. However, it's like, you are making the right things and you could be at it for like, it could be for like months, a year even, or years, but it's like, it's just not your time for it. But like,
that's right.
You got to be realistic as well, but it's just not your time. It's their time for it. I'm like, that's what happened when I got partner. I was like, skimming across.
Seeing other people get partnered before me was like,
oh, it was hell. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. It was like, it was torture. It was torture. Yeah. The partner push is like the most evil accomplishment on Twitch. It's so fucked up. I think 90% of any jealousy that I felt over other streamers' success had to do with when I wanted to be partnered and they had it and I didn't. I applied 6 times before I got approved.
Yeah,
6 fucking times, dude. It drove me up the wall. Oh my God.
So mine like, was 3. After
that point, I was like, there was just like a shift that happened in my mind where I totally understood that sometimes like Twitch was just like, sometimes people were getting lucky. Sometimes people deserved it. Sometimes people were putting in a lot of work and not getting any recognition. It almost seemed random. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, I'm gonna work on like not feeling jealousy as my first thought when I hear somebody else being successful. It like kind of took me a while. It was like, you know, I would hear someone say like, oh my God, I just got rated by somebody with 15,000 viewers. And I would have this like short blip of, oh my God, I wish that was me. Quickly followed by, like very quickly followed by, holy shit, good for you.
Yeah.
And it was that sort of the speed in which it went from the jealousy to the never mind, congratulations, just got faster and faster.
Yeah.
And it's, I just don't really feel like that anymore. You know, when I see someone blowing up, I just get so hyped. I get so hyped for it.
Yeah.
It's sick because everybody wants their time. And if it was your time, you would want all of your friends to, you know, back you and support you and be there for you too.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think from my own experience like that, it was people who like, I felt like just for that particularly, I had gone through February to April of like just hardcore pushing, even like November, December before then, going up to April, and then I was being surpassed by people who had like less of an account for me.
I remember you and I both struggled at the same time, and you and I got partnered around the same time.
That's right, because when I asked
so we were
like,
in it together. I think that's why we've always been so close, because we went through that at the same fucking time.
It was, and so I had like friends of mine who had less of an account age, or those who were like a year off or something, and they were all getting it. And I was sitting there, I was like, when the fuck is my time? Like, I'm like, you know, but I'm like, nah, I'm so happy. You know, like at the end of the day, I catch myself to be like, there's no pure jealousy amongst with like the real friends and people who like, some of them had worked in a different route. Some of them worked damn hard. And then you see others where it's like, it's on a silver platter, or it's, you know, those, it's as raw as I can put it for it. But But then at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, like a lot of these guys are like my friends and they fucking deserve that. And then there's of course others who are like, who have pushed for it and then it's like it's all dropped off and then I don't know. It's very like it
dude.
sucks because it is very picky and choosy sometimes. Well,
yeah, it's
back
tough.
then and now.
It all just depends, person to person if they care about those sort of numbers or not. There's like one girl that she might still stream. I haven't seen her stream in a while, but she's been an affiliate for like 6-7 years. And she would stream all the time, very actively. And anytime people would like try and mention it to her, she would shut it down real quick. She's like, "Hey, we don't talk about numbers in here," like because she just knew that it was something that wasn't good on her mental. Thinking about the numbers all the time.
Yeah.
She didn't want to do it, and I still have so much respect for that. It's, people know their limits and they know what they can and can't handle sometimes, and I like that. That's nice.
Yeah. Yep. I think like the push for it is the hardest one because there was a time where I was actually 6 months off and I was very close to it, but I just never mentioned it. I think one of the, I guess, regrets of that time was I didn't push hard enough at that time. I was at like 72 average, pushing for it in June, 6 months before. And then I never pushed for it. I didn't mention it in stream. I didn't tell anyone, but I just didn't do it. But then 6 months later, I went down and then went back up. And then it was like, I just sort of changed like, nah, fuck it. I got to tell everyone that that's what we're doing for. And guess what? Everyone wants to help you, like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even now, I know that there's like a Partner Plus. The old me would be pushing for it so hard. But me now, I know how sensitive my mental health can be. And I know that right now I'm in a really awesome state where, I have a day job. So when I show up for stream, I can just have a fun time. I don't want to push everybody to like, give me all your money.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I wish I could, just start screaming, "Give me all your money!" But it's not right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no, I try to just have fun with it now. And I really don't like to put a lot of pressure on myself. I've totally removed a stream schedule. Like I only am able to stream. I only stream when I'm able to. When I'm like feeling it mentally, emotionally, physically. If one of those things is off, you probably won't see me. And if you do, I'll be like sort of quiet that day,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about. I don't know how I got here.
No, it's like I think I've been like juggling a lot where it's like, having a schedule versus wanting to just be like, yeah, I'm hopping on, or you want to do this. It's a hard balance. It really is.
Yeah. I'm definitely like, I could be doing so much better for like, promoting myself and getting more eyes on my content.
Yep.
But I don't think people realize how stressful that is.
Yeah.
Having to be creative all the time can be so hard. It's so draining. It's so easy for me to get burnt out, I guess. Or for just like my battery to be spent.
Yeah, 100%. I get the same. It's like I know what my burnout is, but I also know when my mental battery is just like, it's like spent because I think about this and I fixate on this or whatever, and then it's just it eats you and eats you. But it's like that's the thing that's like I've learned over all these years outside of Twitch as well is just grounding myself with anything. So being able to ground myself, whether it's friends or whether it's something else or whatever, that's the biggest thing for me. All right, I'll go into the third part where it's just, quick, rapid questions.
Cool.
Answer it as, I guess, quick and short as much as you want. All right.
Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite hairstyle that you've ever had on Twitch?
Two pigtails up here, and it was sort of like this, where the bottom is down. My hair was really long and like kind of, it was like black, and then like two little pigtails up top.
Oh, okay.
Cutest hairstyle I've ever had on Twitch.
Would you bring it back?
Yep. Yeah, but like I have to be in the mood for it. I have to be in a really cutesy, quirky mood, or else it just don't work. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who did you first watch on Twitch?
First ever?
Yeah.
I used to watch my coworker play Fortnite with his friends to no viewers. I was like their only, maybe two other people would pop in their chat. His username was I think it's like the one and only Dom. His name's Dominic.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out.
I think that was his name. Yeah. Shout out. Shout out the real one. Ran into him in a dispensary in Vegas recently.
Oh, cool.
Crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah, so weird.
Hey, remember when you used to jam on Fortnite? It's just like, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, lads. Something you want to achieve in 2024?
Something I want to achieve in 2024. Well, that's a great question. Oh shit! I've almost already like done the things. Alex is here. I've paid off my credit card debt. We're about to get married. If we don't get married, he has to move home. So I guess that's one thing I want to do in 2024 is get married.
Yeah. Were you engaged this year or last year?
Last year.
Yeah. Okay.
Last year. Yeah, I think so. It might have been October of 22.
I feel like it was last year.
Yeah, I think it was October of 22.
Oh, 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We spent all last year being engaged and doing the long distance thing.
Yep.
Anyway, I want to make merch. I really want to start making merch, and I really want to start taking the steps to make my own dog daycare business.
Whoa,
I don't know if you know
sick.
this about me, but before I was a streamer, I had my own dog business in Illinois, but I left it when I moved.
I think you said that.
And then,
I think.
Yeah, and then I just completely committed myself to Twitch streaming and like kind of stopped doing the dog thing for a long time. But I would love if like I could take sort of a Maya Higa route of streaming, and I could like make content out of creating and working a dog business. I think that could be like that is my dream. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on like how to start your own dog business.
Yeah.
So like just know that's all that's what I want to start working on by the end of 2024.
Cool idea. You hear that, everyone, from Brit's community, even mine as well? Hold it to it.
I will shave my head. If I could build my own dog daycare.
All right.
Please.
That's a really cool idea. It's kind of like, it reminds me of when they have like the duck farms, or they have like some guys playing with like ferrets or something like that, or whatever, you know?
Yeah, dude.
So it's really like, it's really cool that you can have that, like idea, and people already do similar things anyway. Like you said, like
right.
Maya has the Alveus. Yeah. The big sanctuary thing for it. Get it done.
It's really inspiring stuff, dude.
It's cool as fuck. Who's a celebrity you get mistaken for?
When I was like, when the first Hunger Games came out, I also had brown hair, so people used to tell me I looked like Jennifer Lawrence. I don't think that holds up anymore. That might be it. I really don't get compared to any celebrities.
Okay.
Chat, you got any celebrity lookalikes for me?
If anyone, if anyone has anything that like, hey, you look like so and so, then go for it. Name a WWE wrestler.
Butterbean. Is he from WWE? I don't know.
Next question.
Is he? I'm googling it. Boxer and kickboxer. Yeah, but like, were you in the WWE or not? Just move on. Just move on.
What's the best game you've streamed or played in your career?
Journey.
Journey.
Yep.
Why?
Journey was the most wholesome streaming experience of my whole life. I have that VOD saved. If you look in my past broadcasts, it will be saved in there from like 2 years ago. I had no idea that game was multiplayer when I played it.
Right.
And so like you can't see the other players' like usernames while you're playing. So I just streamed it one day, expecting it to be a single player game, and then some random stranger joined me for my entire journey through the game. The entire way. They were with me the whole time. And the entire time I have the chills just thinking about it, dude. That's just how fond of a memory this is for me. It was just such a adorable internet experience. Someone in chat mentioned at the way end of the game, like the last page of the credits, it'll list off every single person that was with you while you played the game.
Oh,
but it was just that one dude the whole time. So I was like, I'm waiting. We played the whole game together. I like got up to pee at one point and I was scared that he was going to leave because I was like, I can't communicate. I can't like type, but I didn't know he was watching my stream. So like the credits came up, I saw his name, and then the second I saw his name, a little message popped up in chat from the same username, and they were like, hey, I saw you in the journey section. I thought it would be nice to have like, if you had like a friend along the way. And it was just like such a cute internet moment. I'm still friends with them on like Steam. I think there's still a VIP in my chat. It was just so fucking wholesome.
That's
Journey
really
is
wholesome.
my game for that. That is my final answer. Yeah.
So didn't say anything all throughout, and they were just like,
they didn't say anything until the way end. It was so nice.
Yeah, that's a really like top 5 nicest moments.
Oh my God,
I think that's one of the
so
most wholesome
cute.
things I've seen in like an interaction with like streamer versus like viewer kind of thing, And if you still
Journey
keep in
is
contact,
so cute.
contact like that's
Yeah. Throughout the duration of the game, I didn't know what to call them, so I just kept calling them Friend. So their nickname on Steam is just Friend.
Oh, friend, Journey friend,
Friend,
Journey friend.
It's cute.
That's awesome. You traveled overseas before? I know you've been. No, we saw each other in France. No, we saw each other.
Yep.
Sorry,
Paris
I know you've been
and Amsterdam, and England.
What was the coolest out of the 3?
Amsterdam.
Yeah, I figured.
Amsterdam is literally the coolest fucking place on earth. What an absolute epic spawn for anybody who's born there. Holy shit. Imagine living in a fantasy land. That's Amsterdam.
What a spawn.
It's sick.
I got a W
It's
spawn.
sick.
Amsterdam. I already asked you this on your first gamer tag. Was it actually ASAP Brit? Or
My
ASAP?
first gamer tag?
Yeah, very first.
Douchebag 41. Spelt like this: DEWSHBAG 41. My brother made that the username for our Xbox.
Yeah.
And I remember I told my mom at the dinner table one day while my brothers and my father were present, I was like, hey, I invited Chris from my class to be friends with me on Xbox. And she was like, oh yeah, how did you do that? And I said, I wrote our username on a piece of paper and gave it to him. And she goes, oh yeah, what's the username? And then my brother's like, eyes got really big. And I was like, douchebag 41 at the kitchen table on a Sunday.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And she was like so mad. She was so mad. She was like, I have to pay $10 for you to change your username.
Classic brother
shit's
stitch
so
up,
funny.
hey?
Shit is so funny, dude. Yeah.
Did you rat him out?
So good.
Did you rat him
Yep.
out to be like, yeah, it was him, it wasn't me?
Oh yeah, well she knew immediately. She knew that I didn't know what a douchebag was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said it so confidently.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Oh
great.
fuck, man, that's funny.
That's
yeah.
great. Why is your laugh so infectious?
Oh, dude, that is like my favorite compliment. I love other people with infectious laughs.
Yeah.
So if people think that I've got one of those, fuck yeah.
100%.
If that is like if that was the only thing that people enjoyed about me was my laugh, I would still be okay with that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I'm cool with that.
It's like what would you say is one of your like great qualities kind of thing? It's like
Yeah.
I think when people say like they point something out for you that you like about yourself or you are aware of yourself kind of thing, like it's like more so of a compliment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it's my favorite compliment. It's my favorite thing that people. If anyone says I have an infectious laugh, I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
If you could learn one other language, what would it be?
I actually would really like to know Spanish. I know it's not that hard to learn. You know, Spanish. There's like so many tools for learning Spanish in America and just online in general. I just feel like Spanish sounds really cool. You ever heard somebody like yelling angry as fuck in Spanish? It's so fast.
Yeah.
There's so much animosity and like, oh, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. Favorite game of all time?
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Boat.
Okay.
No, there's so many little things to love about Sea of Thieves. I think Sea of Thieves is in its best state ever right now. The everything that they're adding to the game is just it just gets better and better and better and better. They're putting so much love into it. I've never logged into Sea of Thieves and had the same day twice. You know,
really.
It is always something new on the seas. I love it. It's really relaxing too. I've never seen better water in my life. It's just so gorgeous.
Right.
Oh,
Do you want to know
yeah.
a weird little fun fact, a little factoid?
I would
have
love
this
to.
when I write things down for stream or remember things, whatever it is. I have sticky notes on my computer. You know, sticky notes. I still have on here, like from ages ago, for when I wanted to do, okay, two things because I just saw something else. I have on here like things just to remind myself, kind of thing. This was before that we did the March collaboration thing. Ages ago, I had the idea of just doing a collaboration with people and this, that. I have on here Sea of Thieves with BrittBalls because I wanted to play that game with you for so long because I was like, we could probably play that because I always saw you play it. And then the other thing, I just scrolled down and I found here BrittBalls Christmas tradition Filthy Frank. Do you remember when we had this conversation about that?
Oh my god, yes. Yes. Like every year there's something about like old Filthy Frank and like iDubbbz content that feels so Christmassy. You know, it's like how what's that one movie that's not a Christmas movie but is a Christmas movie?
Die Hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like how Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Exactly. Filthy Frank is like Christmas content.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck. We never got to it, but I think
we never did it. No.
Got to.
We'll do it this year.
Yeah,
we got
100%.
Quickie here this year.
Yeah,
we'll do it this year.
yeah. Just do it in your Discord or something like that. It's like, hey everyone,
that's fun.
come through. We're watching this and Filthy Frank and just going ape shit at it. Like it's But yeah, dead set. I was like ages ago. I was like, oh, I'll play Mario Kart with this person. I was like, Sea of Thieves with BrittBalls because I always wanted to do it.
So that's my stomping ground. I have more hours in Sea of Thieves than any other game on Steam by a long shot.
Yep. That's sick.
Big fan.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Aw, what a fun question. Oh shit. Um. Oh shit. Um. Fuck, dude. I'm literally. Do you want to know something terrible? The only Pokemon game I've ever played is Pokemon Go.
See, that's fine.
Um.
That's okay. Could be worse.
So all of my Pokemon knowledge comes from that game, pretty much. I mean, my first thought was Eevee. I feel like everybody loves Eevee. The evolutions are cute and cool. You know, I love Umbreon. I think Umbreon is sick.
Okay, cool.
That's final answer.
That's a good
Umbreon
answer.
is my favorite.
Okay. If you still are subbed to someone, who's your longest sub on Twitch?
I'm so glad you asked. My longest sub on Twitch, let me go twitch.tv/PHILZA. Philza is a Minecraft creator
Okay.
that I have been auto subbed to for 57 months.
Whoa, 57.
I'm just gonna
okay.
offline resub really quick.
I'd just be like, hey, just remembering.
Yep.
Sick.
57 months with a 57-month streak. It's never been broken. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how I gauge sort of how long I've been active on Twitch, because he was the first one and I've always kept it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
57 fucking months.
Yeah, it's nuts.
How many is that? 5 years? Is that almost 5 years? How long is that?
I think I have the same for someone else
change?
as well. I think I have the same for someone else.
Crazy.
It's like around the same. Yeah, it's crazy.
Insane.
Now, I think I know the answer to this, but you mentioned earlier, you know, money or viewership not being a factor of everything for it. Would you actually go on to be like, you know what? I'm making BrittBalls version of Alveus. Like, I'm doing, like, dog grooming business. Would you do that? If it was just like, you know what? I can go super ham on something, I'd do that. Or would you do something else?
Oh, yeah, I would do that. I would go super ham on the dog thing. Because I know it's something that I've been passionate about my whole life. I am one to hop from hobby to hobby and sort of like thing to thing. Streaming and dogs are like the two constants that I like, the two most consistent passions of mine. And to integrate them both together, to be able to have both, I just can't picture my life a better way. I feel like that is the way.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gotta be.
I feel like I knew the answer, just had to ask. Who is someone that you are inspired by on Twitch?
Huh. Sandwich.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. She's always, I feel like, I mean, like I don't really know, like haven't really talked to her about it, but just from like an outsider's perspective, she's always had like such a level head on her shoulders. And no matter how many people, no matter how many like big and cool people that she knows, she always has time for like us little guys down here when I'm like,
that's really nice.
Hey, Sam.
That's really cool. I think
yeah,
that's probably one of the best
she's
qualities.
Super funny.
Yeah,
she's super funny, and she's got like a lot of awesome people in her circle. And even though I don't really go that hard with making content these days, she's still like, she's so nice to me. I love her.
That's really fucking nice. It's cool that like you have friends out there who like don't, you know, let the fame get to them, or like they don't let like, just because if, you know, if they've blown up, or, you know, this happened, or if it's like you just don't talk as much as you used to for it, but they still have love for you, or they've got that time for you. It just goes to show how much.
Even if she didn't have time, I still love her.
Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah. And she gives off that vibe. I don't know her. I just know that obviously she's with Brody and stuff. So like, I think you can tell that, like,
love Brody.
Yeah, I think you can tell like through how you know people, or what their circle is as well. You know how they're going to be like as well. So it's like you can tell.
Oh, absolutely. Nandre is like the funniest dude I've ever met. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're still roommates. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Nandre's another person. Sort of same situation. I look up to him because no matter how many people he knows, he'll still pop into my chat and send me a link for like a video of someone shaving off the skin on the bottom of their foot. And I'm like, oh, Nandre, you're so funny.
Yeah. That's cool.
Freak.
I know. See, I know names. Like, obviously, like I don't know them. Or I've, so either way, it's
right.
It's cool that like you have people who vouch to say like, oh yeah, I know them. They're just stupid, as in like cool, So I like that. I like that stuff too. Last one. Favorite song at the moment.
Favorite song right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit. So I don't really listen to much music. For some reason, when I listen to music, I cry. So I don't listen to too much music anymore, which sounds really strange. Like I'm doing okay. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out. But really, like the only music that I listen to is the music from my stream playlist. And there is one amazing song. It's called Mystery by Turnstile.
Okay.
If you want, if I'm able to link it in chat, I will happily link it. Dude, I can scream this song at the top of my lungs. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I can play this in the background while I ask you the final three. So this is the final three questions. Before we get to the community questions from you guys, if you want to ask Britt something, it's up the top, pinned to the chat. I'm going to listen. What was it called again?
Mystery by Turnstile.
Turnstile. Okay. All right. Well, I'm listening to it.
Hell yeah.
I'm listening to it. Okay. The final three. This is the final part. So, Mrs. BrittBalls.
Yep.
What is your party story or go-to wacky story?
Okay. So one time I went on vacation. It was me and Cruel Rice were celebrating our birthday together in Chicago. So we invited a bunch of our friends and we stayed at an Airbnb together. And we got like pretty fucked up. There was lots of drinks. There was lots of marijuana because we were in a nice legal state.
Okay.
Lots of mixing up the juices. All right. And at one point, we were all laying on the floor. Don't know how we got there. Genuinely, if you asked anyone in that room, it was like we all blinked and then suddenly everyone was on the floor. And then we all decided that we were gonna sleep on the roof that night because the Airbnb that we were staying at was like a penthouse in the city. It was like roof access. So we all just got incredibly fucked up and then pushed the two like couches together on the outdoor furniture, and like 6 of us just like sardines on these couches, dude, just squished up, sleeping in the winter time, like with the Lake Michigan cold front, colder than ever, dude. If we wouldn't have been sardined in there, we probably wouldn't have stayed warm.
Yeah.
But I think we all just wanted to say like, yeah, I slept on the roof in the city, so we were all like, okay, well, we gotta fucking do it, because if we're gonna say it, we gotta do it. I think me and our buddy Jackson were like the last two. Everyone else by morning, by the sun up, everyone else went back inside. They were like, yeah, this shit's too cold. We're going in.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
So
love that one.
Purely just body warmth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alcohol and body heat.
Yeah. Great. That's great.
Yeah.
Second one of the big three. In this current moment, how are you feeling about yourself as a streamer, content creator, just in your position like right now?
I feel really good. I feel really hopeful for like content moving forward, but also sort of in a bit of a limbo because I don't have any structure to my streams. Since I work so much. I've like moved up to assistant manager at this dog place already, and I've only been there for a couple months. It's like a really demanding job, so I can't stream as much as I can. So I feel like the amount that I'm able to stream is much less than I want it to be. And I'm hoping that I can fix that maybe.
Yeah.
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 It's like it's so hard to be able to balance everything for it. I envy the people who like you said with the social media stuff. It's like you post something, you've dedicated half an hour to reply. You're already editing again, or you're already recording again. You're like, fuck.
You're at least thinking about what you're gonna do next. Because if you're not even thinking about what you're gonna do next, you're already falling off.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Last question from the big three. Britt, now this is the one that you'll definitely know where I've yoinked it from. Last question. Is there, or if there is one person that you could nominate to see me interview, who would it be?
Oh, I haven't been asked that question in a long time. Oh, Moms used to ask that at the end of his show. So I actually could cry. That's so cute.
Yes, you did.
If there's any one person I would want you to interview, fuck, man. Just because of that, I want to say Moms, damn it. Really? But it's not like he doesn't really make content that much anymore. He might do it for you. Who knows? I say Mom's the host.
I could give a fuck for I love Moms. I wouldn't.
I love him so much.
I would have to, I'd have to kick myself if I couldn't even just try to get the man on be on here, That'd be cool.
Yeah.
How about as a special... Sorry, no, you go.
But if you can't get Moms because he doesn't stream anymore, if you want to get active people, I'm going to say Cruel Rice.
Yeah, okay.
Lisa is sick. She's so funny. I don't think you guys know each other, do you?
No, I still follow her.
Okay.
I just haven't been in chat and vice versa, everything for it, in a long time for it.
She has a little bit more of a degenerate stream schedule than I do, so it might be easier for you guys to find a time in common than it was for us.
I know Rice from you guys. I think also from a Minecraft friend of mine as well. I think. Because I think
that makes sense.
I think she was from his stream as well. So either or, I'll put the offer out there for it. If you get Moms, I think a special one where I'd love to get you on there, and we'll do a mini trio network kind of thing going. That'd be cool. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be so cute.
That would be cool.
I love Moms, dude. I love that man.
Yeah, you pick whoever. Just if it is Cruel Rice, even if it's him, put your job now is to put the idea to it. I'm slowly bringing this back, so it's whatever time is best or whatever. Just be like, hey, I just did this with Joey. If you're interested, either or, I don't care. It's just
true. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll pitch it. Listen, I used to pitch coming on Mom's show to other people when I was on the network. That was it was sort of kind of a job that I had, was recruiting guests a little bit. So Mom's was better at it, but I got a couple people in the door,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. BrittBalls, that is all the questions that I've got for you today. So thank you very much for answering all my stuff. Now, everyone who has been watching around in chat, who's come through or follows, I just want to say thank you all so much. I didn't want to ruin the fluidity of everything. So everyone who's come through, you might recognize some of the names who've followed. Holiest, Lou, Silly, Imperial Mist, Justin, Ads, Paddy, and Nura as well. Thank you all so much for the follows. Welcome in. I'm just a guy who just does a lot of shit now, and I'm trying to figure out my own schedule as well. So if you're ever on DGen times and I'm on, feel free to come hang out. If not, please keep supporting Britt. So, Britt, I am going to ask you some questions that some of the guys have put in here. All right?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. Just let me put yous over there. Put yous over here. Okay. All right. So, Britt.
Yep.
What is the importance of a creative outlet to you? How does the presence of or lack of a creative outlet affect your lifestyle?
I feel like creativity is as necessary to me as being social and talking to people.
Yep.
If I if it like if I'm ever in a state where I'm not creating something or I'm not like around people and socializing with people, that's when I feel like my mental health takes the biggest dips at those sorts of times. There's something so mentally freeing about creating things. It sort of just gets me out of my little mind space, you know, the prison that is my brain.
Yeah.
Not actually, but you know. It is just very soothing. It's very relaxing, and it's cathartic. I need it.
Yeah. I agree.
Does that answer that question?
No, it does. I think
Okay.
I think everyone's got their own different creative process and how we need that creativity. I always say to people, you need some sort of outlet, no matter what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's just you're doodling to yourself, just drawing, or even just like you're making like something on Photoshop or something like that. Like you 1,000% need something for it. Because
the medium always changes.
Yeah, and everyone on this earth has something to like offer in that space for it. It might not be completely original. It could be original for it, but you just need to put it out there, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it's paintings. Sometimes it's music. Right now, I've just been like making bracelets and like letting chatters buy them for $15, shoving them in an envelope and, you know, sending them out.
That's cool.
It's just fun. It's just silly fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question for you. So as we all know, you've been through a lot during the past few years, especially cars. So what would you say is the most valuable things you learned? In brackets, the balls wisdom hits different.
Hold on. Did you say cars?
Yeah.
Can you reread that question?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So as we all know, you've been through a lot during the past few years, especially cars. So what would you say is the most valuable thing you've learned? And then in brackets, the balls wisdom hits different.
Fuck, dude, that's so funny. I have been through a lot of cars in the past few years. Actually, you know what? The past few years, I have only had one car. But before, listen, I am on car number 4, okay? But I've had it for a while, all right? I haven't crashed this one yet. Anyway, asking for advice. What? Sorry, I'm lost again. I got so hung up on the car thing. I did.
The most valuable things you learned.
Go outside. Genuinely, fucking stop. Put the shit down. Minimize the tab. Just like take in a little bit of air. Just a little bit. If you are finding yourself just like grappling with your like mental health and you're not like, you don't have like a good sleep schedule, or you're not drinking a lot of water, or you're not going outside or interacting with people, those things are so genuinely important to being a functioning human being. And as much as we want to sit here and be like, I don't need water, I could drink Mountain Dew, I don't need to sleep, you know, it really is so good for you. Like, so good for you. Just, you know, if you it took me years to get myself out of that. Just like it took me getting a job to like go out and socialize with people. It's so important. It's so important.
Good advice. Everyone go touch grass.
Touch grass.
Have you ever heard the legend of the Walmart howler?
No, I've never heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, I howled in a Walmart parking lot. What about it? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, you got me.
Funny thing about that is the follow-up question is, are you a furry?
No, I'm not a furry.
No, it's not. I just added that in there. You want to feel that one?
Yeah,
so why
listen.
did you howl?
For money. You simply put, I was doing an IRL stream. I was at Walmart. Someone gave me like $150 and said, "Hey streamer, do the thing." You do it, you know? And usually I say no, but that time I think I was just really raking in the dough. I was just letting it happen. Life didn't feel real. I howled at a Walmart. I'm not the same person I used to be. Dude, it's so embarrassing. And it didn't even come through. Like, the chat couldn't even hear it. So the only people that could hear it were the lovely civilians in the parking.
Look, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Number one, if you're doing it for that money, it's like, hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
Number two
is what it is, you know?
Yeah. Number two, it's like everyone else is like an NPC to you, right? You're never going to see these guys again, most likely. Who the fuck cares?
Dude, I can't live like that. I have like crippling, oh my god, I know everybody is in an individual syndrome. I can't think like that. I'm like, all these people will remember this for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not going to get back to you, surely, unless they're like, I know that streamer. No. That's the chick who's
it never did. Nobody was ever like, nobody's actually been like, are you the Walmart?
Yeah. The thing is, right, there's two things. Number one, it creates a story for that person at dinner time. Oh, what happened at work today, honey? Someone howled at the store. And they're like, why'd they do that? So, I don't know. It just creates for dialogue, you know? Like,
true.
And then
true, dude.
Number two, I think the biggest things, I'm going to out her for it. Jazzy, as if you guys don't know, is my girlfriend. She barks at people at like in the mall. Like,
fucking hilarious.
So it's just like, I don't care because I don't have like secondhand embarrassment or shame. It's like, I think that's fucking funny. Like, because it's that mentality of like everyone else is NPC and they're just walking around doing shit, whatever. And what are they going to do about it? No one's going to be like, hey, don't do that. Don't howl in the fucking Walmart. I'm shopping here. How dare you? You know, like no one's going to do that. No one's going to pull you up. Who cares?
That's true. That is true.
It could be my friends just doing dumb shit like that, or even just random bursts of, you know how like a cat gets zoomies, you know? It's just randomly walking past us about there, you know, like it's funny. It's just as funny to me.
Funny.
Life's not serious, you know, like it's stupid.
True, dude, that's so true. Same reason why I dance in my car like a motherfucker, because I know what it looks like. It's very obvious to spot when somebody is dancing in their car.
Yep.
And it's always really funny to witness. So I'm thinking about the other people. I'm thinking about the guy who's on his way home from his shit ass job, and he's gonna come home to his wife that hates him, and I just want to make him laugh for like 15 seconds on his commute. You know,
they had a shitty like 9 to 5, and then on their 5 to 5:30 commute home, like they're like, oh fuck this shit. Yeah. They're like, yeah, just see this shit just going ahead. They're like, you know, like that's the Passover. Yeah,
I could be listening to nothing too. Is the thing. Sometimes I'll just do it.
It's like,
you know,
when I'm in the car and like you have friends of yours. And they're just like waving at people in the car. It's like, hello. Well, they're doing like, you know, you're a wanker. Like, fucking. Yeah, it's like, that's just funny because it's just, what are they going to do?
It's fun stuff. Yeah.
You're not doing anything malicious like, I'm going to throw a fucking Molotov at you or whatever. Like, it's just harmless.
Oh, not this time.
No. It's just harmless shit. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Next question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, fucking hell. There's heaps of... All right.
Dog.
How about this? Answer it in a sentence each. All right? So this is quick questions time. Ready? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Owning a blossoming dog business.
Cool. I see it too. How do you deal with
Yeah.
pressure situations?
Sometimes it can go one of two ways. Either cry and ask someone for help, or just grin and bear it and get through it, because sometimes the only way to do something the right way is to do it yourself.
Very good. Are you willing to do all that it takes to prove you're the right candidate for this position? What do you mean this is a job interview? Didn't you read the papers you signed? I guess you just went through an interview.
Yeah. I'm a great candidate for this position. Yep.
See, Britt's doing her improv thing again. See, that's a sign of you want to bring it back.
Yeah, listen, I bring a lot to the table. I'm a very hard worker. I can make a mean burger.
What do you put in a burger?
Consider me.
Or what's your ideal
dude
burger? I'm judging you on every single.
I just made the best burgers.
Hit me.
2 nights ago. We got some nice sesame seed buns
that
I toasted, and then obviously after you're done toasting a piece of bread, you're not going to put it on the plate, because then it's going to create condensation, and then it's going to make the bread all soggy and it won't be crispy. So I put it on a little drying sort of rack, or not a drying rack, but like a cooling rack.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So that it stayed nice and sturdy. And then I only seasoned the burgers with like salt, garlic salt.
Oh, garlic salt.
Maybe a little onion powder.
Wow.
Pepper. You know.
Okay.
Little butter. I think there's a little butter in the pan as well. It was a little fun time.
Yep.
Then I grilled some onions as well. I threw the onions in with the burger, so the burger got a little like onion juice, a little flavor, and then the onions got a little burger flavored.
Okay.
Fresh lettuce, freshly sliced tomatoes.
Oh, tomatoes.
French fried onions, like the little crispy,
like
crunchy onions, sort of
caramelized onions, whatever it is, but like the
almost, yeah, they're like crunchy.
Yeah, okay.
And then ketchup and mayo on the top bun. Best fucking I even put a little toothpick in the top, like I was at a restaurant, dude.
Really? Okay, pickles.
I made it
look
so nice. Love pickles, just didn't have any.
Ooh, okay.
Forgot the pickles. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Tomatoes was false answer, but that's okay. Each to their own.
I see that you have bad taste.
Okay.
You must not have been breastfed.
Okay. Well, this one's kind of relevant for this question then. What's the story behind the babies? I've always wanted to know this one as well.
Dude, so
this
is the baby jar. There is one baby for every single 9-month sub I've ever had.
Okay.
Cute enough. My niece was born. And at her baby shower, this is my first niece. This is when I became an aunt. At her baby shower, we were playing this little game where my sister-in-law had all these little plastic babies, and everybody got one.
Yeah.
And if you set it down somewhere, somebody could steal yours, and then whoever had the most babies at the end of the day would win like a $25 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, right.
Well, my aunt, who was like pretty sick at the time, I think she had complications with breast cancer. She found the bag of the babies in the kitchen.
Right.
And so instead of going around and stealing everybody else's babies, she just took from the bag and filled up a cup with the babies and brought it to me. And so I ended up winning the gift card because my aunt fucking cheated the game for me. bless her sweet soul. I miss her to bits. Her and I shared a birthday. She passed away, I think, probably like a year later. Man, bless her heart. And that was where I got the first probably like 100 babies.
Wow.
And then I went on Amazon and I've ordered more. And I write all the chatters' names on their heads. Right. You can see sort of some names in there. Yeah.
Now,
and there's 260 something.
Oh, so you've actually kept count of how many?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really?
Oh yeah. I let everyone know what baby number they are.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
really? Oh, so you write the name and then the
Yeah, it's kind of fun when there's like big round numbers. It's like, ooh, who's gonna be number 300?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
who's gonna be 269?
Yeah. It's funny. Dan actually said you used to hang them on the trees.
I did,
well.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because they looked awesome back there. I would just tie a little string around like the stomach of the baby, and then tie the top of the string to a little like ornament hanger, and I would hang it from this little plastic tree that I have.
Yeah.
But the only reason I stopped doing that was because I knew I was getting a cat. And if I was a cat, I would love to destroy a bunch of little tiny plastic things hanging from a tree and then probably ingest them.
Oh yeah.
So we went with the jar instead.
The jar, gotcha. Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
Damn, we're getting into a lot of my lore today.
So
that's crazy.
I've actually wanted to know that for it. So that's a good question from you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. Very good questions, guys.
What's your favorite part of streaming?
Aw. That no matter how much I have criticized myself over the years, that there are still people who pop in and resub for like 42 months, 37 months. There are people that no matter how many different phases I've gone through, and some of them I would see as unsavory, they've stuck with me through those phases, or maybe even just entirely missed them, or maybe they weren't as bad as I thought they were, and they've just stuck with me. I think having a community that's been around for that long of a period of time makes me feel like I'm doing something right, which is it's really a good feeling to have. Yeah,
that's a really good answer. That's a really good answer.
Cute.
How old would the cupcake be now?
The cupcake would be 2.5. You know how I said we did that choose your own adventure stream with chat?
Yes.
And they got to choose like the plates and the cupcakes.
Yeah.
The cupcake that they chose, I kept on a shelf in my apartment for a year.
What, an actual like cupcake just all molded
an edible cupcake. Did not get moldy. The thing was like so processed and like so not made with anything real that its components never broke down, and it looked almost identical. I remember I went to the store to buy party supplies because we were throwing a 1-year birthday party stream for a cupcake that had been sitting on my shelf. And I bought a brand new pack of cupcakes with the exact same frosting and sprinkles, and I held them up next to each other. Dude, it was fucking crazy.
Uncanny, right?
It was crazy.
Far
and
out.
then honestly, after that first birthday party, Clicky said something very important to me. He said, "So what are you going to do with it now?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean? I should probably keep it, right?" And he was like, "Do you think it needs a second birthday?" Like, it was just something along the lines of like, "Do you really, like, you can just..."
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah. I just very unceremoniously threw it in the trash. I was like, yeah, this is like, I shouldn't keep this.
Yeah. It's like, man,
what birthday party is it?
Yeah, it's like, what, you're going to wait for the second? And then it's just like, nah, it's had
So you're
its
just
time
going to like
now.
take care of it over the years?
Do you think the bit would have still upheld how... See, the bell curve, right, is like, here it is. It's like, a few chatters will bring it up, and they're like, 3 months. How's the cupcake doing? Randomly, it could be 2 weeks after. How's the cupcake doing?
Dude,
But then a whole year, it's like, oh, this is huge because it's just we're celebrating a whole day.
Nobody asked how the cupcake was doing. I just had it. I would just show it off every once in a while. I'd be like, look, this thing's been here for 6 months. Like, what the fuck, bro?
But I think though, like just in general, like it's like you've got the year, and then what's after the year? It's true. He's got a point.
Yeah, I think. Oh, Clicky weighed in. He said, "I think I asked how many birthdays is the last birthday." It was like so. Like he didn't have. didn't even have to say the words like you should get rid of this. He just really put it into perspective for me, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get rid of it.
It's such an engaging question where it's like, oh shit, like, okay, what do we do now? Do we wait a whole nother year, or is it 6 months? It's like, do you really want to draw it out? I guess it's just, you're like,
dude, it's so funny.
So what'd you do? You legit just grabbed it and you just,
I just threw it in the nearest bin. Like, it didn't, from that, the second he said it, that cupcake meant nothing to me. I was like, wait, you're so fucking right.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Okay.
Fuck, dude, that's funny.
Where would you put your Polaroid with Tommy in it if you had one?
That is so mean. That is so fucking mean. I was at TwitchCon in Amsterdam, and I brought my Polaroid with me, and I was taking a lot of Polaroids with other streamers. I have a Polaroid sort of, not scrapbook, but like photo book that I've put all. It would be in the photo book with the rest of them, with all the other streamers, and it would be signed too if I got it. The problem was, those little like Insta Polaroid, like they're like the small Polaroids,
Mm-hmm.
When you put in a new thing of film, or when you reach the last one, it sort of just spits out a bit of plastic, so you have to keep an eye on the number to make sure. You probably know where this is going.
Oh no, yeah.
I met Tommy in it, and I was like, oh my god. I wasn't really like that big of a fan of him necessarily. Like, I didn't really watch a lot of his content, but just him as a person, being there, I was like, this would be a really cool picture to have. Why not? And so I was like, oh my god, can I please get a photo with you? He was like, yeah, sure. He poses, we take a little Polaroid, and then out spits the little black piece of plastic. Man. And I was like, oh no. I was like, what do I do? He's back to talking with his friends. Do I bite the bullet and just say, oh fuck, like we lost a Polaroid, or do I ask him for another? And I asked him for another, and he said no. He said no. He was like, I'm sorry, I can't, I don't have time. And then he had to like walk off and do his own thing. And I just felt so embarrassed. I'm like, dude,
no.
I fumbled. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just walked away. Never again. Never again. I've learned my lesson.
But
just letting you guys know, if that ever happened, if you guys tried to take a photo with me and it fucked up, I would take a second one with you.
Yeah,
I would.
That Tommy in it, motherfucker. Dog act.
I'm sure he was busy. It's fine.
Nah, okay. So I think I won't say who, obviously. But that situation was like worse for kind of recently. It was over DreamHack weekend.
Oh no.
I know someone who was a big fan of like this person who come through, asked them for a photo. They're like, oh yeah, come ask me later kind of thing, and I'll do it. I'm just like, you know what my policy is for it? You can fucking take a photo. Like, come on. Like, I get that people are so busy, but I'm like, fuck, man. Like, if I knew someone who was such a big fan, and like, I know it's really hard being on the other side of it only, but like, man, it's just like you can make someone's
it's just
fucking
1
life.
Second,
bro.
In the time that he said, come back later, you could have. Even if it's like a shit ass photo, I don't know.
But they never.
I don't know. Like, I get it, but also, come on.
Yeah, come on. It's not fucking hard. It's the same thing with like streaming, where it's like you can say thanks for the follow, you can say thanks for the sub, thank you for the raid. Like, I know now that like it's hard because interview, but still, it's like
that reminds me. I used to be a big XQC frog, and I was like subbed to him every month. After 26 months straight of him, obviously never saying thanks for the sub, I was like, huh, this kind of sucks.
I've done that with Forsen. I'm a Forsen boy through and through. And like, I know
has he ever said?
Yes, he has. Yes, he
Let's
fucking
go!
has. And I clipped it.
Let's fucking go.
I clipped it. So I'm a Forsen boy through and through. And
Hell
just reading
yeah.
the names, I'm like, hello, thank you, ASAP Joey, thank you very much. Like, I'm just like,
Oh.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, he said it, yeah. And I'm
He
like,
finally said
I
it.
clipped it. So I know someone like XQC never will say it. Used to sub to like others like, you know, Miss Kiff and stuff like here and there before I obviously like just dropped off
Miskiff
all my
always said
sub.
thanks.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, he did.
After he recognized you and you're obviously on the show and everything like that, so.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, that might have been. Maybe an average Joe has probably not been acknowledged 26 months straight in Mizkif's chat, but he recognized me.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't really watch him anymore.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think a lot of like people who I just religiously watch, especially it was COVID season, right? You watch fucking everybody, you sub to everybody, like.
Oh God, yeah.
And
Oh my God, the amount of people I was subbed to during COVID, I would never.
20 people,
Um,
dead set, like months
easily,
on end. Yeah,
easily.
months on end, 20 people, like. I was earning big bucks. good
Hundreds
bucks.
of dollars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
dude. The money was so good during COVID.
Yeah.
The
And
money
because
was so good.
Before there was localized prices and everything as well. It was like,
Yeah,
this is
dude.
fine. Just, okay,
yeah. All I
throw it
spent
out.
my money on was Twitch, and yeah, dude, it was fun.
Yep, people
was a
spent
fun
it on
time.
me. I got to spend it back in, and like.
That's
obviously,
right. That's
it was
right.
just- yep. So there's only like, well, how many people are you sub to now then?
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I think I'm the same. Yeah, I could probably count them. I can count. I could probably say who. It's Forsen, Brody, Keeks, and I have a Prime that I just chuck out every now and then. That's it.
I only have the one sub for Filza
For
right
Filza.
now.
Yeah, yep.
Just one.
Yep.
Yep. I've and you know how like Twitch says how long like you have a sub for yourself for however long you've been streaming? So I've been subbed to Filza for 57 and I've been subbed to myself for 50.
Oh,
So,
whoa. Okay,
so that
yeah.
means 7 weeks after or 7 months after following him was when I started.
That's what I was going to say.
That's kind of cute.
So
That's kinda
you
cute.
were a viewer, obviously, first before you got
Mhm.
into the stream game?
Yeah, dude. And then I saw Caterino.
Okay, yeah.
Caterino was like, I was like, I feel like her and I are so similar. Like our humor was so similar. And I was like, she's so popular and like successful just being herself on stream. Like I could do that. That was like my big push. It was like there was just something about Kate that I was like, oh my God, she just makes this look so easy and I want to do it. And I know Kate now. Her and I run into each other at like whenever we go to TwitchCon.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's sick, dude. She's fucking sick.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go through a good handful and then I'll wrap this up. All right.
Okay.
Do you think if you put 9 streamers in a room, they'd be able to take care of each other?
Yeah, but they would be bitching about it and then everyone would move out in a year.
If you could put the 9 streamers, who would you pick then? Including yourself.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't.
Really? You wouldn't do it? You'd opt out?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I know how it is living with other people. I know how it is.
Yeah.
When you move in with friends, it's either like you're both like incredibly respectful people who clean up after themselves and are like quiet,
Yeah.
or you're gonna fight.
That's true.
Like that's just like how it goes.
What if you
I don't
were
think
Big
I've
Brother?
I've never. Wait, go ahead.
What if you were like Big Brother? You know, like Big Brother, like the TV show.
Oh, okay.
What if you were
Okay.
like Big Brother or Big Sister? You know?
Okay, I guess that'd be kind of fun.
Who would you pick?
Can I even think of 9 streamers? Fuck. That's a lot.
For 100 points, name 9 streamers.
I'm going Cruel Rice.
Yep.
Young Elderberry. Nandre. I'm recruiting. I will need some Australians because we need funny people in the mix. So, I'm gonna add you and Brody.
Sick. Okay.
ASAP Joey and Brody. Okay. Clicky for my own sanity.
Yep.
Let me reach deeper. Let me find. I'm sure. I don't think you know her. Her name is Lucy. Her username is Lou Silly, like LUU Silly.
Nah.
I want her. Very positive, very radiant. Love her
Okay.
to bits.
Yep.
I said Yeb, right? Young Elderberry.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I would recruit her twice if I could. Love her so much.
Yep.
And then two more people. Give me I literally can't even think of two more people.
I think you're forgetting
We
a
need
big
someone-
one. One of your friends, apparently. But you haven't named them.
Wait. Mom's the host?
Okay, sure.
One of my friends who I haven't named. Wait.
You claim to
I
love
said
him
Crew
so
Rice,
much.
right?
Yeah.
I claim to love him so much. Wait.
You said one half, you'd say the other half.
Wait, I said one half, I didn't say the other half.
Yeah.
Wait, who? Who?
No, you're gonna name it. And that's locked in. I'm gonna tell you after.
Wait,
If you don't name
who?
him. Oh, you're gonna name him. You're gonna name a streamer.
Did I say sandwich?
No, you didn't. Yeah, that's the number.
Oh, sandwich. Yeah, sandwich for sure.
I was like,
Yeah.
surely you're like, oh, I love her to bits.
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this,
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Name it.
I
That's-
do love her to bits.
Yeah, whatever.
I
you,
do.
You named it ninth, so people clip that and
All
show it to her.
right. Okay. All right.
yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
she would be the not just comedic relief, because that's what we have the Australians for. She's got that like dry humor down pat. You know, we need that.
Yeah.
We need to recruit that for the house.
Who do you think would get voted off first?
Dude, that's so mean. Brody.
Why?
Kidding. I don't know. I can't pick. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. He's awake.
Good morning. Are the leaves on the microphone real? Do they taste nice?
They are not real, and they really taste like nothing. Yeah. Hope this helps. Yeah, they're fake as fuck.
Does look cool. Can long distance dating work?
Yes. Long distance dating can work, but only if you've got a couple things. One is you always have to have a plan to see each other. If there is if none of you are willing to actually take the time and the money and the effort to visit each other, it's never going to work.
Mm.
And another thing is you have to enjoy the medium in which you are talking to each other. The reason that it worked so well for Clicky and I is because we would play games in Discord together all the time, because we love playing games and we love sitting in Discord already.
Yeah.
So like if you're thinking about long distance, but like you're like, oh, I hate being on the phone, or you know, just you have to be okay with whatever that communication is. You know, it has to be something that you enjoy using.
Absolutely.
And number 3, you have to communicate like everything. Even if you had the most boring day in the world, me hearing him say like, yeah, you know, my day at work was, you know, it was pretty regular. You know, this coworker said this and that, and then when I walked home, this was the weather, and I saw a stray cat, and it's like knowing all of those details is so important, because those are things that we would experience if we were together. So like filling those gaps. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly. But just being as descriptive as possible, no matter how boring, I feel like is just a really easy way to stay connected, to like feel like you're together, you know?
Yeah, I think no, I agree with you. So it's like the want and need. Like long distance can be something like an hour away. It could be like it could be anything for it. It could be 2 hours away. It could be a whole state away. To a point, Jazzy and I were long distance. She made the effort of going from work or being here on the weekends an hour away. She drove an hour away, stayed at my house, and then a couple of days later she'd go back and did that for months on end.
Man.
So, like, I think it's like the want and need. Even just talking, like you said, it's like, even if you had a boring day or just listening to, like, what happened at work with your colleagues or whatever there for it, it's like, you've got that, like, you know, it's like taking the interest and being there as if you're there for it and having someone who's still interested in those small things, even if you did nothing. It's like, oh, okay. Like,
right.
Yeah, it's the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I agree with it. Dark Evil Beat. I've been cooking up. Chill face, Prage hands. Will we hear more new BrittBalls music someday?
Yes, actually. There's something that I recorded last year that I think is being worked on right now. I recorded it in my old apartment. Like I genuinely probably a year ago and sent it to one of my producer friends. And he just hasn't found the time for a while, but I think recently he told me he was cooking things up with it. So yeah, I mean, I think music will always come from me in small blips over time. It's really hard for me to sit down and do like a lot of music all at once. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
I think something like that is. I think if you're really, really like into it for it, do you feel like it's forced, or it's like, oh, I got to fill up 10 songs or something for it? Versus,
yeah,
like,
I would feel like it was forced. If I came out with an album, that has to be like my creative fixation for 6 months straight. That would it would never just come out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah, yep. And it's like the process for that it's so different for people like that, you know? So
God, yeah. The way that I make music the easiest is like, well, I can never come up with like the instrument parts first. You know, if you send me a song that has no lyrics, no vocals, no nothing on it, I can make a song in 2 minutes. Give me just hand it over, because that's how my brain is hardwired. That was just how I did it the easiest. I had a friend who was really good at playing like blues guitar, and so I sang the blues for a long time because that was like that was the way that it was given to me. And I was really good at it. It felt just like very natural to me. If somebody gives me the music, I can do whatever. It's very fun.
Yeah.
But it's really rare to get someone that's like, here, I made this Dark Evil beat I've been cooking up. You know, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a really I think it's common in the music industry, because I love rap, obviously, right? So when you hear, like, one of my favorite rappers, who's, you know, I don't really listen to him much anymore because he's locked up, Young Thug. I've heard he cooked up like songs in fucking like 10 minutes, like 9 minutes, or instantly he's like, okay, you know, like just straight away. So that same process for where you say it is like insane, you know, like that's their process for it, because they hear the beat, they're like,
the flow hits immediately. It just I can find all the harmonies. I think because I was classically trained for vocals, I have a really good ear for like harmonies and melodies and all, you know, all that fun jazz. So I don't know, it all just sort of came very naturally. I started singing when I was really, really young, so it's just always been something I've been interested in, and it's fun. I've never seen it as like a career, but more so just like a fun thing that I do sometimes.
It's like an outlet. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
It's cool ads.
Yeah.
Define rage bait.
Just like shit that the algorithm gives you because you'll spend a lot of time looking at it because you'll be in awe of like, oh my god, this is so awful and stupid. Like if I go on TikTok and I see like a bunch of dudes huddled around microphones with like their like woman hating podcast, I will watch too much.
Yeah.
Because there's just something about it that's like it's like a train wreck. Like you can't look away,
exactly.
And I feel like that's that rage bait that the algorithm's always trying to feed me is like, we know that you're going to spend time watching this because you hate it so much.
Yeah.
So here's more. And that's why I don't like to spend too much on social media, too much time on social media anymore. Yeah.
I get you. Someone said, Britt, no, the pizza.
Dude. I have a problem.
What?
I burn everything that I put in the oven. And the only thing that made me stop burning things was when my desk was next to my kitchen. Like basically in my kitchen because I would smell when things would be burning. But now I'm far away from my kitchen again and I'm back to burning shit. Dude, I used to do it every Wednesday. For the network, I would put a pizza in the oven before the network would start. Yeah. And then I would forget about it, not set a timer. We'd be doing intros, and then suddenly I'd be like, oh fuck. there is a charred pizza in my oven. Every single week. It like became a like, hey, did you burn anything today? And I'd be like, yes, I brought the pan to my desk. Here it is. It's fucked up, man. It's just who I am. It's just who I am.
Okay. I got the last one here.
All right.
If you could ask Phil and Kristen one thing, who would it be? Sorry, what would it be?
See, that's a cute question because I have asked them a few questions before. So Phil's the Minecraft streamer that I've been subscribed to for 57 months.
Yeah.
They recognize me when we go to like conventions and stuff now because we've ran into him a couple times. I'm a VIP in Phil's chat, I think because I've been subscribed for so long.
Sick. Yeah.
So they know who I am. Kristen, his wife, used to hang out in my chat when I was a little Minecraft player as well. So like they know who I am.
It's nice, yeah.
But if I were to ask him anything, I would ask him how they're doing today. That's pretty much it.
Just checking out.
I got nothing, like big and crazy for them. No big questions. I just hope they're doing well.
Yeah, that's nice. Sometimes it's like not something that's, so groundbreaking like in a question or like a, like engaging. Like, it's just, how you going? Like, what's on for today?
There you go. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, that's all the community questions I've got for you, Mrs. BrittBalls. So, everyone, thank you so much for asking us some, especially inside jokes and some questions you'd like to know. I know Britt puts in a lot of effort and time for you guys whenever she's on, and you guys are always there to say hi. And I recognize a lot of you guys as well, so thanks for coming through. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to say to the masses before I hop off?
Children deserve to be bullied.
That's true. That's very, very true. 100%. They need to be taught early.
That's true.
They need to be thrown in the deep end and they need to be fucking taught. So, look, let's bring back spanking. We'll bring back the stick, please. We need it back in
that is my final note.
Yeah, sick.
Yep.
So you store the babies and we beat up the children in game, of course. So
we bully them.
Bully them. We bully
the children.
And give them the slipper. So
the slipper. the slide. Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, Britt. I appreciate you being on here. It's so early of your time.
No, dude, thank you. Thank you for having me. We've been trying to arrange this for a while. Our schedules could not be more opposite.
It's messed up. I know. I don't give a fuck. It's almost 2 a.m. here, so I quite don't give a shit. So I normally stream at this time anyway, so it's like I don't care.
Okay.
But,
All right
then. Bye, Britt. Thank you very much. Thank you
Bye,
so much for
Joey.
being
Bye,
here.
Joey's community. Have a
Bye-bye.
lovely rest of your day. Take care of yourselves.